to the face, yeah. She wanna stay. Singing to your bitch like I was Drake, yeah.
Don't just try to tell me you love me. Can't keep it real if you really don't trust me. Come with a real, you hip in the front, so you get my meals. I'm gunning for the money in the bank. Come on with a dank, scrolling in the tank, rolling with the gang. You sitting out on the sideline tripping, I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin.
Yeah. I'm okay.
What up, though? Welcome to Whatever Waits Live on Woodward.com. Me, Joe by Smilrax.
What up, though?
Nicholas Koloff. The very first time I did that Friday show, well, you weren't here because of weekend jail and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Smooth, a lot of hits. But then I started like doing like the flow of the show, like hopping in the chat. I fucked it up every single time. 4 kgs called Smilrax like 4 times. It is what it is, though. It was a good show.
Yeah.
Smash the like button, be a friend, tell a
4
friend.
kg.
4 kg.
Shout out KG. Appreciate you filling in for me, brother.
For sure.
Did a great job.
Killed it.
Yeah. Dude, he's great.
Yeah, KG honestly is really good.
He's great.
You know what's not really good is when Nick attends a Detroit Pistons and or Red Wings game.
Yeah?
0 for 2.
0 for 2.
First time this year.
Yeah, in LCA.
At LCA.
So,
I went 0 for 2 on the
can't
weekend.
go back.
No, he's going back tomorrow.
Going tomorrow to redeem myself, boys.
No.
How about you just let me go
For
hit the
who, the
Legends Club?
Pistons?
No, it's the Red Wings tomorrow. It's my mom invites me once a year. I'm going. It's a family affair. It's going to be fun.
Who are they playing?
And the Red Wings are going to beat the Hurricanes against all odds.
Yeah.
What if we told her about the curse? Like, will she, can you exchange?
Is it really a curse if it's only twice?
Yes.
Yes.
Denver,
Actually,
great
no.
team.
Third time's the charm is what they say. So
Okay.
if they
Yeah.
lose again, it's your fault.
I did have boots on ground in game 4 of the ALCS.
Yeah. And they lost.
ALDS before game 5. And they did lose.
Yeah, I was there too. I
believe
saw you
both.
on the
Yeah.
fucking Jumbotron like 5 times.
Hot
It was
dog,
crazy.
Put a
Yeah.
hot dog suit on you.
He was on it like at least 3 times.
Yeah.
Wow. Your time to shine with the mustache now.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I got to get a Jake Rogers jersey.
Yeah, I thought you already did.
No, I never ordered it.
Third
is
time's
what
the
it
charm, though, boys.
All right, guys, there's a poll in the Woodward Sports chat right now to
yeah.
vote on the very first segment, which I guess technically would be this segment, but it's not. It is the segment following this.
This is
that
the
we
intro.
consider-
This is the intro.
Yeah, this is the intro. We consider this the intro, then the first segment. I put in the chat. You guys let us know because it's off season for Lions talk, but I go Lions all day. I gotta be honest with you. I probably could do 2 hours.
I'm trying to go Pistons.
on Lions every day. Right
Pistons
now,
up.
Pistons are in the lead. I can't even see who's in second. It's not even
Tigers
showing.
are in second. Well, now the Lions are in second. The
Okay.
Tigers were in second.
That the Tigers being in second is actually crazy.
That is crazy.
That's wild. Did not see that coming. But Pistons are definitely winning. No voting from your burners, Chris, Spinney. I want to genuinely see what the people want to talk about.
And make sure you guys tune in tonight, 10 o'clock. I am going to make my first live stream on Twitch. I'll post the link out on Twitter and Instagram and stuff like that, Facebook. If you type in my name on Twitch right now, my page doesn't pop up because I haven't posted anything yet. So you got to like type it in and then stay in the search bar and hit go to Smilrax, and then you can go follow me.
If not, make sure you follow on X, so he'll post a link for you.
Yeah, I'll post the link for sure. I posted one already today, but when I go live, I'll post it. I'm excited. Gonna be streaming some Monster Hunter high rank hunts.
Amen. Without further ado, a name that's not on the list for you guys to vote on, so we'll get out the way right now, is the Michigan Wolverines, who are crashing out
Spiraling.
after the loss to Sparty. What's going on, Nick?
They're trash, dude. I watched
19
the highlights.
offensive boards. How is that possible?
I'm not going to lie. I watched the highlights, and I've seen a lot of the clips, so I'm not going to act like I watched the whole game because I didn't. I was out all of yesterday. Yeah. Please explain it to me because unbelievable performance. I looked at the highlights of the rebounds from the guard from Illinois.
Yeah.
Out-rebounded Vlad Golden and Danny Wolf.
Yeah, it was soft. They're playing so soft. I don't understand how you can have 2 7-footers that you play a vast majority of the game, both of them at the same time.
7-footers.
And get out-rebounded or get 19 offensive boards, dog. That's hustle. That's grit. That's positioning. That was bad. And we saw it happen with Cohen Carr and Jackson Kohler, but like Cohen Carr is the best athlete in the country. So that you get outboarded by him, that's nothing to be too mad about. And Jackson Kohler is probably the best offensive rebounder in the country. So that's what he does. But going up against Illinois, bro, that was bad. They were just getting beat to the spot consistently by guards, getting out-hustled.
I watched a highlight, and it was the worst highlight you ever want to see. It's every three that Illinois is taking, they are also crashing 4 people to the offensive rebound. That is a scheme. That was a game plan.
Oh, yeah.
And Dusty May did not respond well to it at all. And if I'm any team that's going to be matched up against this Michigan team in the actual tournament, March Madness, you see that, and that is how you beat this team right now. They need to find a way to get better defensively on rebounding, or else they're not going anywhere in the tournament.
And you got Maryland coming in,
We
who
only
is
beat by a
pissed
buzzer
off.
beater.
They've got their last 3 losses have been at the buzzer.
Damn.
So they're pissed off, and they're going to want to fucking win this game. And then you got to go to Breslin, which is one of the hardest places to play in the country.
Illinois
to a team that
gritty,
whooped your
man.
ass in your house.
Illinois gave Michigan State a tough time, too. I
Yeah,
know the
for
very
sure.
first time around.
For sure.
A great team, but no, the games have been rough for Michigan.
But
as
that
of
was
late.
in Illinois.
Yeah.
You know, that's a lot. That's a huge difference.
Yeah. It's
They got their ass whooped at home.
weird time. Michigan State's ranking at number 8, so I know you're kind of bitching about that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see how they could be the number 8 team in the country right now. They are one of 4 teams in all of NCAA that has 10 or more quad 1 wins. They're the only team in the NCAA that has won 5 quad 1 wins in a row. Like, if that's what you're looking for, that's what you have. You have quality wins in a row. Like I said, Michigan State is the only team in the country to win 5 quad 1 wins in the game, or in a row. They are one of 4 teams to have 10 plus quad 1 wins on the year. They just won 4 ranked games in 13 days. I don't know what else you want. Michigan State is going to be a number 1 seed in the NCAA tournament. They should be a top 4 team in the country right now. I think 8 is disrespectful.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few records up there better than them, but Alabama being up above them is.
They should be above
questionable.
Bama. They should be above St. John for sure.
Yeah, I wonder what St. John's like.
Rick Pitino.
What's their schedule though? Like,
Yeah. It's not as good as Michigan State. Like I said, they have the most impressive wins in the country. They have won the most games against good opponents in the country. So you can't say strength of schedule. You can't say this. You can't say that. Michigan State is one of the best teams in the country. Right now, they're playing like it. Huge performance again from Jackson Kohler in that win over Wisconsin. I hate Wisconsin. Wisconsin basketball, I almost hate them as much as I hate Michigan basketball. It's pretty close. It's like Purdue, Michigan, Wisconsin. So beating them feels good. Seeing Jaden Akins do what he did in that game feels really good because he should have been the leader of this team all year. He should have been the best player on this team all year, and he fell off. He's been shooting the ball very poorly this season, which is weird because he's a good three-point shooter. He's been a good three-point shooter his whole career, but last night you saw him go 4 of 9. That is extremely important. If he can keep that going in the tournament, there's not a lot of teams that can beat Michigan State if he's shooting like that. Jace Richardson's playing the way he is, and then you have that rotation in the front court. Man, all of those guys that they can throw at you. You got Zapala, you got Cooper, you got Jackson Kohler, Cohen Carr, Xavier Booker. They have a rotation of guys that play good defense, rebound the ball at an elite level, and can make some moves. Like, obviously, Carson Cooper is not this shot maker, but Jackson Kohler is very good. He can make shots from the outside. He has a nasty little game around the bucket. I really like the way Michigan State's playing right now. Tom Izzo has leaned into Jace Richardson being their best player. He has leaned into them needing Cohen Carr to be that guy. He had a quote. He said, Cohen Carr's dunks are worth 6 points because what that does for the team, seeing him put his head above the fucking rim, have the ball cocked back, and shit on anybody, that gets everybody going. That gets Trey Holloman to want to get a steal, get on a fast break, and throw it to that freak. Like, it energizes the team. And the guard rotation defensively is the best in the country. The way all 4 of their guards play defense, there isn't another team in the country that has that. They have 4 guards. When you look at Akins and Richardson, and you look at Fears and Holloman, all those guys play great defense, and it wears teams out, man. They are so deep. We talked about it, or I talked about it last time, that this team has, I think it was at the time, 14 games with 10 players playing 10 or more minutes. That is number 1 in the Big Ten. Number 2 had 4. Like, they are deep, they're talented, and they just wear you down, man. Michigan State's playing great right now.
I think you saw that in the Michigan game. That was the difference for the most part. Like, them actually having a platoon to go to off the bench, where these guys down. And on top of some of the stuff that Nick admitted, so I'm not taking a shot here at Michigan, but kind of soft, especially in the offensive board department.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you're not saying any lies here at all, Eazy. Like,
yeah.
Michigan really needs to look in the mirror down the stretch here if they want to make any noise in either the Big Ten tournament or, March Madness. And right now, I can't say confidently that they are going to, but this is why you already gave Dusty the extension. He brought in, these are his guys. I said during the rivalry, this is what kind of concerns me because it's a rivalry game. They don't know about the rivalry. No excuses for going up against Illinois and losing like that, you know? Like, so they just need to find a way to respond, and we'll see what Dusty is made of. This is the first time I think he's dealt with adversity until earlier in the year when they couldn't close out big games. So another step to climb here.
Phil in the Woodward Sports chat says better conditioning, ? It's not better conditioning. No. It's just they're so deep.
Yeah, guys get rest.
Guys need rests in basketball, but Michigan State off the bench brings in guys that defend and can play make at the same level as their starters. So, like, Jace Richardson has to take a break, or or Jaden Akins has to take a break, and you bring in Trey Holloman, or Jeremy Fears off the bench, and they are just as dogged defensively, and they are making you work. And Michigan State plays such a fast brand of basketball. They always have under Tom Izzo, where off of makes, they get the rebound, and they're running in transition. They want to make it a track meet. And that's what wears teams down, man. You're just sprinting up and down the court, especially Michigan, the way Michigan likes to play that same style. A lot of shots, a lot of possessions. You are sprinting up and down the court on both sides against Michigan State, and we have more bodies than you. We're going to wear you out, and you're going to be dog-tired by the end of the game. The only way you could try to beat Michigan State, or the best way to beat Michigan State, obviously teams have done it, is slow it down, set offense, and you got to hit your shots.
Yeah, you got to hit your threes.
Because if you're not hitting your threes and you're getting into a slugfest with this team, you're not going to win.
I like the defense too.
Yeah.
Let's go to break real quick. Come back. Per chat, the poll's in there. If you guys want to talk Lions, you should have represented. Oh, they're making a comeback. Honestly, looks like we're talking Pistons next. We'll figure out during the break. It's 30% to 36%. But let me tell you first about Mark White. Mark White gonna do you right. What up, though, guys? Give him a call, 248-290-8242. Visit on markwhitesells.com. I do not want to close that poll yet. Visit markwhitesells.com. Save you up to $5,000 in closing costs of your new home.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
Let's give it up for David Tully, everybody. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man-meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Sports fans, don't miss out on expert sports injury insights with Dr. Jeff Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine. Dr. Pierce will keep you in the game and performing at your best Tuesdays on Big D Energy and Thursdays on Ermanni and Edwards with Maz. Dr. Jeff Pierce is the man you call when you need to feel right. Call him at 248-426-9944.
In third grade, I had a burgundy 54 John Cena jersey. He was the fucking man to me. Obviously, I'm a sports fan too, so I know he played like football as well. And then I like rap, and as bad as it was, going back and listening to it now, I thought like the rap battles and puns were sweet as shit.
Yeah.
But John Cena turned heel last night. I see a lot of you guys comment on that one. It's not working for me.
I was trying to talk
Not working for me. I'm just getting out the way. My man has to go to Turkey as part of the farewell tour, get that bald spot fixed, just go bald. That's all I gotta say. I wanted to get it out the way. John Cena, fix the bald spot, brother, please. For the love of God. Or get some facial hair and go bald. Moving on.
Yeah. No, I mean,
Pistons with a pole. What?
I'm not a wrestling guy.
Oh, yeah, I know. But I'm sure you saw it on Twitter.
I saw it on Twitter, yeah.
Yeah, it's a viral moment.
not.
John Cena and The Rock are, they're larger than life.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
They're actors. They are actually actors.
Yeah, they are.
John
They all
Cena's
are.
a good actor.
The
Rock
I
is-
agree. Yeah,
He's a bad actor.
he's got one lane.
Yeah.
And, that's good.
Yeah.
He's very successful doing that. But it's
Pistons.
crazy how many of us don't watch wrestling, but like we know who the champ is at the time. Isn't that kind of weird? I think it's kind of weird.
I couldn't tell you who the champ is.
Which sport you don't? Well,
Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes.
It is Cody Rhodes. So John Cena is going to win the championship again.
I don't know. I have no clue. I don't even know what he won last night, but he won something, and all that stuff went down. But he has to go bald or fix the goddamn hair. Speaking of going bald, that's when basketball players get their greatest powers.
Mm-hmm.
Devin Book, shave it off, come to Detroit, son.
Come to Detroit.
I don't know if you're here when we speculated, but the rumor came out that his coach, Mike Budenholzer, says, you're doing too much of this in the huddle. I need you to shut the fuck up.
That's crazy.
And now, obviously, things are kind of spiraling into a little bit of a snowball. They're not in a secured playoff spot, even though they have KD,
I think they're
Bradley
12th in
Beal,
the
and
West.
himself. Devin Booker's going to get traded this offseason. And I want it to be the Detroit Pistons, but some people, and maybe some even in this room. All right, so I don't want to be too aggressive with it. It's Jaden Ivey's going to be this fucking star. Why break up this core? Some people are on that side of it. Me, I'm not.
No.
I am not at all.
Absolutely
Jaden Ivey
not.
in his best year. So again, didn't get to finish. He got hurt. I'm totally understanding of that. But like 17 points, 4 assists, 4 boards, and I'm very proud of him. 40% from 3 and everything. Like it's very impressive. Devin Booker's been averaging like 26 for the past like 5 or 6 years. Mm-hmm. What are we doing? Let's be fucking real. And I'm keeping it a buck about this too. And I get this one gets backlash as well. And I give Jaden Ivey the fact that he didn't play with Asar Thompson. But like since he gone down, and you're rotating these shooters, and Beasley seeing more minutes, Tim Hardaway seeing more minutes, and you're seeing more wins. I just think that's a winning recipe for a guy like Cade Cunningham. I compared him last week to a non-athletic version of LeBron James. You go inside the bigger body guard, you kick out to these shooters. Devin Booker does that. That's what Devin Booker cooks from the outside. Mm-hmm. Devin Booker went to the NBA Finals with a facilitator named Chris Paul. You trade for Devin Booker. What are we doing, people?
You absolutely trade for Devin Booker. There is nobody that should be arguing that. If it is on the table, if it is available, and if you can maintain the pieces you want, like Asar Thompson, Jalen Duren, Cade Cunningham, I mean, that's all really. Then obviously you want to keep Ron too, but
Yeah.
you're going to have to give up Ivy for sure. That's where it starts, is with Jaden Ivey. And it's going to be 4 first-round picks, something like that. Yeah, you do it. You do it. He's a star. He is a perennial all-star. He is one of the best shooting guards in the NBA. Like you said, he averages mid-20s for his career. The guy
Cade's doing that this year. We're losing our fucking minds.
Yeah.
By the way, he's averaging like 26.9. We're like, oh my fucking. He's worth it
if you
a
got
little bit.
Devin Booker, you would immediately have the best backcourt in the NBA. You would have a guy that can create his own shot, can shoot without, or can play extremely well without the ball, is a good defender too. Because like people who say he's not a good defender,
Underrated
don't watch
defender
ball.
for sure.
He was clamping people in the playoffs when they made that finals run. Like Devin Booker can turn it up defensively, and under JB Bickerstaff, he for sure will. If you have the opportunity to go get Devin Booker, you absolutely do it.
Absolutely. I mean, look, I was called a madman by my very best friend and co-host right here, Spencer. But no, this has always been a possibility. And look, I will get into the logical part of it because, yes, you absolutely do it. If it costs you Jaden Ivey and young players, sure. Are there teams like OKC, Utah, Houston that can offer more enticing packages? Yes. Yeah. But how does it logistically happen? One, we see an NBA superstar force their destination, force their hand of where they want to go. We've seen Anthony Davis do it. We've seen plenty of NBA superstars do that. Kevin Durant, Devin Booker's teammate, to name a few recently. And two, you go to the table with, would you rather have 1 million picks or would you rather have guys that you've seen in the NBA? Young guys like Ron Holland that look promising, Jaden Ivey that look promising. If I'm a GM, I would rather have young players I've seen in the NBA than these picks I can just fantasize about these 13-year-old prospects or whatever that are maybe one day hopefully going to be something close to Devin Booker. I would rather have that. So the Pistons absolutely can make this happen, and you do make this happen because Cade Cunningham and Devin Booker, not only is it, like you said, Spencer, the best backcourt in the NBA, but I said this on Friday's show. Look at the lineage of Piston championship teams. They all have all-star backcourts. Elite backcourts. This is the foundation. Then you have your rim protection, your Ben Wallace, your Bill Laimbeer, your Rick Mahorn, your enforcers at the rim. So they have all of the makings of what makes a champion here in Detroit. And certain cities just win certain ways. LA wins in a glamorous way. Detroit wins in a gritty, hard-nosed, bring your lunch pail to work type of way, but that is how they win historically. This is a great move. Devin Booker would embrace the city if he wants to go anywhere.
He already is.
Yeah, if he wants to go anywhere,
embraces the city outside of the city.
Yeah.
So this is just a no-brainer. People saying that these young guys could end up being some. You know what? Devin Booker is something. Go get him. Cade is something.
Yeah.
Those two are certains.
Yeah.
Ivy, Asar, Duran, Ron Holland, I love them all, and I'm trying to keep all of them. But obviously, you have to give up something to get this. And I am comfortable, very comfortable, giving up uncertains for the certain that is Devin Booker.
Devin Booker is a bona fide something.
Yes.
From year 2 on, been averaging 20-plus points in the NBA, at the NBA level. Like
Absolute
We're
dog.
talking about Jaden Ivey's best year being 17. I'm not sitting here and bullshitting around. You go and get the star if available. I guess the question then becomes, at what cost? Because I'm sure, Nick, unless you just, or where you at with the whole Devin Booker stuff, actually, before we move on?
If you can get Devin Booker, you get Devin Booker, but I'm nervous. I want to pump the brakes here a little bit, fellas.
Okay.
I don't know if this is realistic. And like Chris said, some other teams might be able to give some more better packages when it comes to the draft picks and high draft picks for that matter.
But these NBA guys dictate where they go, man.
Yeah.
We see it time and time. Like
all
more than
the time.
Both
If Devin
great
Booker
points.
wants to come to Detroit, Devin Booker is going to be in Detroit.
Anthony Davis wanted to come to L.A.
Boston had a better package.
And the owner is
he
Matt
just ended
Ishbia.
up in LA. Yep.
If he's going to help out another
Detroit
team,
player.
he's going to help out the like. There are ties to it.
He tried buying the Pistons.
And I
Making
just
great
think,
points here.
and I think you could realistically offer the Suns Jaden Ivey, like Bobby Clipman, somebody else to like throw in a young guy like that, and 3 or 4 first-round picks, and they would do it.
I think you would have to add Holland. I really do. I think
Ivy,
it would start.
Holland,
I
and
think it
what,
would start
3
with
first-round picks?
two of the prospects. Maybe just maybe.
I think you could do it without Holland.
Yeah, and maybe even some pick
Because if
swaps,
they
too.
don't get rid of one of those supermax deals, and it's not going to be Bradley Beal, they're going to get pillaged and graped by these sanctions.
Yeah.
So they kind of have to do it, unless they're going to win a championship, and they're nowhere near winning a championship. So they got to blow it up.
Yeah, they absolutely do. I mean, look, this is the thing I've been saying all season. This team is not going anywhere. They're one of the highest paid teams in the NBA, and they are 11th in the Western Conference.
Yeah.
Not even in the play-in right now, and your coach is saying tone it down to your superstar player. This is an absolute mess. Yeah. You have to blow it up and just get what you can out of it. I know you don't got your own picks, but that's, again, why you go for a package like Detroit, because you're at least getting young guys that you know what they are. You at least have a bigger clue than some picks that are 5 years in the future while you're sucking now. So it's a win-win. Nick, are you comfortable giving up 2 of these prospects and some picks to get Devin Booker?
Yeah, I am. And I'm a big Ivy guy, honestly. I think he's going to be a really great NBA player one day, and this team is winning without him right now, but I just still think his athletic ability with his willingness to get better, you saw it this year when it comes to his three-point percentage. I think Ivy's going to be a star, but what if they're like Ron Holland? We've barely seen him this year. We want Asar Thompson with Jaden Ivey. Are you hanging up the phone, or are you taking that call?
I don't want to part from Asar.
I don't. Yeah, Asar is the one that's tough to me.
That's the conversation gets
this
interesting.
deal is not getting done if you're not throwing in Asar. Are you hanging that phone back
Jaden
up?
Ivey's a future star. Jaden Ivey, he the motherfucking man. That's what I'm saying.
That's what they're gonna think. You know, they might think like, we need Asar in this deal, or we're not getting this deal done.
It's tough, man, because like those are the other two pieces, the untouchables for me. And this obviously, and realistically, they probably would want him in or Dern. Those are the guys. Dern, Asar, Cade. I want to keep those. Those are that's my core. For me.
I look both ways, and I'm like, okay, Duren. But I hard stop on Asar. Hard stop on Asar. I really, really, really don't want to give up Asar because you talk about everything that he brings to the table. Duren, while he is great and improving, and I have been wrong on Duren, so apologies to Duren, but we've seen centers be one of the most replaceable positions in the most replaceable
I don't like the way you're saying that right.
Especially when you have an all-defensive center in Stu. You can get a good rim-running big man that can do 80% of Duren for less than the max cost.
Relax.
Am I wrong, though?
Unnecessary
you got carried
shots.
Am I wrong, though? If we're having this conversation, that's real. Point to a team other than Jokic's team, the Denver Nuggets, that was a top. Their top. Any of their top three players were a center that won a championship.
Giannis is basically a center.
I don't know. He's like everything.
Even then, Brook Lopez is one of their top three players.
No,
I would have put Holiday and
before.
Middleton
I was
in there
stumped.
at that time.
I couldn't really come up with anything when he made that point
Yeah,
before.
and Duren would be fourth on the Pistons.
Right. No, I'm not saying that
Chris
he's not
hates
good
Jalen
or
Duren.
important.
It's all right.
I'm not saying that he's not good or important.
So let's say it's just like Ivy Duren and a first.
It would take. You're gonna have to give up a lot of picks.
With
think
Ivy and
that's
Duren?
what I don't know about that.
With Ivy Duren in the first? That's a lot.
Ivy Duren and 2 firsts would probably be where.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And I would do it.
Now, I'd rather keep Duren and give him another first. Am I tripping off that?
Oh no, for sure.
Ivy and
No,
3
I'll give you
firsts
4 firsts instead of keep Duren if I can.
What's with the new apron though? I thought you can't do past 2, right?
No, you can. You can do swaps. So you just can't trade picks back-to-back years. So they couldn't trade 2027 and 2028.
Up to 5 years, right? Or 4?
Yeah, they could trade 2027 and then agree to take the worst pick between these two teams in 2028, for example. That's how it works.
Yeah.
This is a crazy chat here from DNC. Chris Bitten, and I love JD, but I was a little upset Duren wasn't in LAL, as in the Lakers trade, because they wanted him.
What?
How are you upset?
Why are you upset?
What?
What?
That's insane. That's hate.
Well, yeah, that's hating. Because you're not even talking about like what we would have gotten in return. You're just throwing them in there.
If it's Austin Reeves, I'm calling him
Lakers
racist.
fan.
If it's Austin Reeves,
That's a Lakers fan
Yeah.
take.
What?
Ain't got nothing doing none. We're talking about getting Devin Booker.
I do
here.
agree with Chris at a certain point. Like, you can get a good center for sure much more easily than you can get a Devin Booker. But for Austin Reeves, or for not even Austin Reeves.
That's just racist.
For fucking Dalton Connect?
Yeah. What are we doing?
Fuck no, dude. What?
Yeah.
No.
We're taking Rui Hachimura? Is that what we're doing
Yeah,
here?
there's not a player on their roster outside of Luka Doncic or LeBron James.
Maybe Lakers fans were upset.
There is not a player on the Lakers roster outside of Luka Doncic or LeBron James that I would rather have than Jalen Duren.
Exactly.
I agree. And we went and complimented Jalen Reeves' ass in person.
But I was
Courtside.
a little upset Duren wasn't in LAL.
Wow.
Yeah, he had to have meant something else by that.
Yeah. We'll move on. How about that? We got Lions. We got Pistons. I'll put it back up. We'll continue this conversation. Me right now. Darius Slay, Honolulu Blue BS puts in there too. Ivy and 3 first.
I would do Ivy and 3 first.
Absolutely. I do Ivy and 6 first.
And if there's anybody out there listening that's like in the Twitter sphere, because I've seen, obviously in this room, that's not, we're all here pro Booker, but I've seen a lot of pro Ivy or leave the core alone stuff on Twitter, and I'm just, no.
Take what's certain. It's Myles Garrett. It's Myles Garrett. Do you want this 28th overall pick, or do you want a certain Hall of Famer?
It's not Myles Garrett.
It's not Myles Garrett.
No, he's not quite Myles Garrett, but it's certain versus unknown.
It's not Myles Garrett, but yeah.
He's a 4-time All-Star. He's not 10-time All-Star.
Myles Garrett's already Hall of Famer.
Yeah. Myles Garrett's
He'll
Hall
get
of
10.
Yeah.
And the Pistons aren't the Lions.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think right now too. I was gonna say
Maybe
something
like
else.
the Lions last year.
2 years
ago. Yeah,
when they almost made the playoffs.
I saw someone give up or bring up the statement too, like, "Oh, you want Devin Booker, who's not winning games right now." This is what I'm talking about.
Devin Booker went to a finals.
Yeah, you could have good players. This is my whole argument, and this is obviously separate, different makeup. But you can have good players, and doesn't mean you have a good fit. That's what they have right now.
Yeah,
they're the worst. They have 3 really good players. Horrendous. Fit.
All are the same. They're all the same player.
Literally all the same player. That's a great point. KD maybe plays a little bit more deep or can do more things.
Yeah, KD's it's like the evolution tree.
Yeah.
Like it goes Bradley Beal first stage,
Devin
Booker second stage, KD final stage.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
You guys see Beal push Ant Edwards like going up for that lob?
Bradley Beal's cooked.
That was like some dirty ass shit.
Not as cooked as Paul George, but he's cooked.
I love Ant Edwards.
Paul George just shut down the podcast. It's been averaging like 15 a game.
I'll tell you what, I would trade Duran Asar and Ivy for Anthony Edwards.
Yeah. Any price.
But let's go to break.
That's a lot to take in. You had my mind racing there for a minute. I'm a little too high for that.
Let's go to break.
You just made there.
Yeah, it was just
Tell us about that merch.
Let me tell you about that merch. Woodward Sports is the home of the best Detroit sports merch in the game. So go ahead and get hoodies, tees, hats, all that, all teams. Go to woodwardsports.com. Click that shop tab today and get some brand new merch.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Since 1996, Feldman Automotive has been driven to provide a fast, convenient, first-class car buying experience called the Feldman Advantage. With 18 locations, there's a Feldman dealership in your backyard. Visit FeldmanAuto.com to find a location nearest you. And catch Woodward Sports Network live from Feldman Chevrolet of Novi every other Monday. Feldman Chevrolet, Detroit's #1 Chevy dealer.
Jazz tonight?
Yeah.
Revenge game.
This was a trap game for us last year.
Careful, man. Last time the Jazz...
Fuck the Jazz, dude. Cade's pissed.
Earlier this year.
Cade
everybody's
hasn't
out
played
too
very
for
well
the
the
Jazz.
past 2 games. He's going to go out there. He's going to put 35 on them hoes.
Shout out to Pistons Jack, who came through this weekend. Sub it
Shout
up, though. Hope you had a great time here. Here's what we're going to do, folks. Because we went a little bit over last segment, we're going to finish this off with a couple breaking news for the Detroit Pistons, JB Bickerstaff. We'll talk about Jalen Duren. And then we'll talk Detroit Lions,
Give the
Darius
Lions a
Slay,
full
and all that
segment.
good stuff like that. But JB Bickerstaff, Eastern Conference Head Coach of the Month.
Yes. Yeah, JB Bickerstaff is officially named Eastern Conference Head Coach of the Month. And I mean, there's no doubt. There's no question. The guy has been leading this team to one of the best records in the NBA since the new year started. And what he's done to get them to buy in, to get everybody off this team from the first man all the way to the last guy on the bench, they're just bought into what he's selling. They're bought into his game plan. And it's awesome to watch, man. I really love the way they're playing basketball right now. You see it with Jalen Duren. Jalen Duren and Isaiah Stewart combined for 10 blocks in their last game. Jalen Duren had 6 of them. Like, they are playing elite defensively. And obviously they have a superstar leading them offensively. Malik Beasley is back to leading the NBA in three-pointers made. This team is playing as a unit, is playing cohesively, and they're playing damn good basketball.
Yeah, this we got to talk about it, right? But, like, is anybody surprised?
No.
Clear cut, yeah, coach of the month. And now, obviously, you're starting to see on the national level being talked about coach of the year. While Spinney was talking, I was literally looking up the odds because I'm placing the bet right now. I'm jealous of the 700 you're going to get after they cash that W tonight.
Yep.
God damn it. I laughed at you about that one.
I was called a madman.
Yeah.
You were called a madman. I think we all called you crazy.
No, I did because I put money on it too.
I'm pretty sure you called me crazy.
I get a couple hundred.
Yeah,
I didn't put as much. I wasn't, I didn't have it like that. But
we'll cut some tape. But yeah, JB Bickerstaff, a huge part of that, as well as Jalen Durham. But before we get to that, Nick, what do you got on JB Bickerstaff and these Detroit Pistons that you cursed Friday night? Sorry, what?
This is just so much fun, honestly, to have Detroit basketball back. That's like what the biggest thing to me is. I am proud to be a Piston fan again, and it feels so great to say. Basketball has been out of this town for so long, and to have it back and to be an LCA, even though it was in a loss, just to hear LCA absolutely rocking again, like it wasn't the last 3 years when I was down there anytime I could, and it's just great to see that the environment is back. It's the first time we've seen basketball really thriving at LCA, besides, the Blake stumble into the playoff days. But it's nice to have a real home court advantage again. I think that's what you have in LCA, and it's because of a guy in JB Bickerstaff and a guy in Tom Gores that fixed his mistake in Monty Williams, hiring a guy in JB. What's been the biggest thing to you, Spencer?
Yeah, I mean, Trajan Langdon, I think, like being leaps and bounds better as a general manager than Troy Weaver in his first offseason. So showing, like, hey, you signed 3 guys. This is the difference you can have on top of bringing in the coach, but adding Malik Beasley, Tobias Harris has been playing some of the best basketball of his career. I disrespected that man, and I apologize. We already did a formal apology.
Yeah, honestly, I'm just going to keep apologizing.
Yeah, I got to do it
because he's
again.
been tearing it up. And again, maybe one of those Fitz things, right, where he's seen a lot more action, seen the ball more, be able to be a stretch four.
He has been lights out for this team, especially since Jaden Ivey went down. Obviously, Malik Beasley's, I think, no doubt, 6th man of the year.
Yeah.
Leads the NBA in three-pointers made. And Tim Hardaway Jr., what he's doing for not just the team and his shooting wise, like the guy is in like the 97th percentile in catch and shoot shots, but what he does for the locker room as a veteran and a leader and a guy, from Michigan, from this area, went to Ann Arbor, like it's awesome to see what these veterans have done to this young locker room and how I think they have helped Cade become a leader and really the alpha just as much as JB Bickerstaff has. Because they're propping him up. You're seeing when the veterans, guys that have been in this league for 6, 7, 8 years, are coming in here and they're talking about Cade the way they talk about Cade, and they're propping him up the way they prop him up, that's only going to gas him up even more. I think they've done a great job boosting his confidence as a leader and as a superstar. Chris?
Absolutely. I think this is also just a reflection of, again, I'm glad that the narrative is changing course here, because while the Cavs are having a great season and Kenny Atkinson definitely deserves credit for the way he's turned this team around, this team won 48 games last year. They're on pace to win 60 to 62, which is a good 10, 12, 14 win improvement, right? This team is on pace to win over 30 games. This is a drastic, historic, potential top 5 change in NBA history, top 5 turnaround. So, what's that?
They already won over 30.
Oh, I'm saying improvement-wise. Improvement-wise. It's what they're on track for as of now.
Crazy.
So, that is something that is absolutely just commendable, applaudable, and I respect the hell out of JB Bickerstaff and what he's done. You talk about Duran, you talk about Tobias, you talk about all of these players that have come on recently, Asar. It's just like we say, man, it's this team buying into roles, knowing identity. And when you have a known superstar in Cade Cunningham, a known top 10 player in Cade Cunningham, and you have the pieces around them willing to do the things necessary to supplement that superstar, you have one of the best teams in the NBA. That is a winning basketball formula. We've seen it time and time again, and the Pistons are no different.
Yeah, I think it was your boy Melo that mentioned about Cade Cunningham just coming into like this form of himself. It allows other people to buy into their roles. It's like I don't have to do extra tonight because I know Cade's got us in that spot. I was going to make sure I'm playing defense, grab my boards, find the open man.
He's going to give me the ball.
Yeah.
That's what it is, too, is playing with a superstar like Cade or like LeBron or like Luka opposed to a guy like Melo or Kevin Durant is if you're off, if you're having a bad night, if you can't get your shot, you give the ball to Cade, you let him do his thing, he's going to get you the ball, he's going to get you good open looks. That makes guys run harder in transition. That makes guys more attentive getting to their spot and waiting for the ball because they know their superstar is not only efficient, he is unselfish, and he is an amazing passer. He'll get you the ball in the right spot.
Yeah, real quick, too, on Tobias Harris, since the All-Star break, 16 points, 6 boards, 1 steal, and 47% from 3 since the All-Star break.
I talked about it. I was called a madman in the group chat when I said Tobias Harris has been the second most important player on this team. And what he's doing,
I'd argue it's Asar, but Tobias close.
Tobias
close
allows Asar to do what he does.
Debatable.
Yeah, Tobias allows Asar to be on the floor and be a starter and do what he does best because you got a guy out there at the 4 spot that you need to attest and you need to account defense to knocking down shots
as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can't play Asar, Tobias, and Duren all in your front court if Tobias isn't hitting threes. You can't do it. You need at least one of those guys to hit threes. And Tobias has been that guy.
God bless Tobias Harris. And I apologize for the 7th time.
Yeah.
Contracts
Next time you come in to roast, tell him your order's on me, Tobias.
He's multi-millionaire. He don't give a fuck about your free
I got
coffee.
your call. Hey, it's. I know it's not the.
It's a gesture.
He can afford it. I know. Trust me. It's the gesture. I want to buy this guy a cup of coffee.
That's fair. That's fair. Any more comments on the Detroit Pistons before we move on to Darius
What's up,
Slade
E-Fog?
and the Detroit Lions? Nick?
Must win tonight in Utah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Must win. Absolutely.
Honestly, like
It's a
every
tanking
game
Utah
forward
Jazz
me.
team.
until we're
Must
for you.
win.
yeah.
Must win.
And close to 700 on the line.
Yeah.
For me, I want that 4th seed. So it's all must win.
We're
Gotta
game
be
back
honest
now,
with you.
by the way.
And I'm not. I saw people kind of bashing Cade because he did have a bad game against Denver, but then they had the best game. It was. I don't think it was a bad
He
game.
only put up like 8
guess-
shots or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. He still
He
got
had, like-
15 points. He was like 2 for 3 for
He had
3.
a double-double.
He did that last time against the Nets,
assists
too.
I'm talking about against Brooklyn. People were bitching too.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Oh, second in a row. You know, he still had a good game.
He had a double. Didn't he have like 12 or 13
like-
assists against
No, it was like
Brooklyn?
15 and 9.
How many minutes did he
He's
play?
one
in the
assist
fourth?
away from being a double-double.
Yeah, but I
Yeah,
don't know
he
how
still
many.
had
He
some
only played
boards,
like
too.
25 minutes, I think. And like I said, he only had like 10 shots, not even.
I
So
think that's where the betting comes in. That's when
that's
people.
people.
Are bitching
Yeah,
about
that's
betting.
yeah for sure.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, no, I'll say this before we go to
like,
break.
With the Stars, though, like if you're going up against team, you're up 20. Like you want them to not play the whole fourth. You know, you want to keep
Yeah.
them fresh. Like
DNC.
Cade's playing every game.
Also,
Really
everyone
supposed-
like Asar was killing it. Tobias was killing it. Like,
DNC
Cade didn't
and T
need to
said
go like
Asar
that.
20 plus is plus 520. No Tobias tonight. Or
Ooh.
Jalen Duren 20 plus is plus 470.
Oh, I saw Beef Stew's got something going on with his back as well.
I like the Jalen Duren 20 plus. Not gonna lie. For
I
plus
don't know.
plus 470.
We'll cook it up. We'll cook up the Pistons parlay. There actually was a super chat that I forgot to read. Nobody had a few extra schmeckles. He wants to cook up the Pistons parlay tonight.
Shout
we'll
out,
let's
nobody.
Got you, nobody.
But Feist, Spinny, you got a handsome curly mustache there.
do.
Where'd you get done?
Lady Jane's today got a nice clean shave and a scalp massage from my girl Emma. Make sure you come into Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Open 7 days a week. You can get award-winning haircut, scalp massage, hot lather, neck shave, hot towel treatment for one of our lovely, talented stylists. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Detroit has the best sports fans in the world. That's why they deserve the best sports coverage in the world. We are the Woodward Sports Network.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Big Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you. Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts, Woodward Sports.
Fitness, the home of the judgment-free zone, where we meet anybody can get a full body workout in 30 minutes. All memberships include fitness training. You get all of that for just $15 a month. Or you can upgrade to the Black Card and get use of amenities like hydro massage, total body enhancement, access to over 2,500 locations worldwide. Join in club or online at PlanetFitness.com. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
What up and welcome to World Heavyweights. Make sure you guys smash that like button. I'm Eazy, joined by Amon-Ra, Chris, Nicholas Koloff. Darius Slay, officially released by the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yep.
Immediately, people are running to Detroit Lions, which very may well be the case. The other thing I saw, I think it was a clip from your show.
Yeah.
You guys turned into a Myles Garrett segment.
Yeah.
And him going to the Eagles.
Yeah. That was the thought process, is that like the Eagles are trying to free up some cap space to make a run at Myles Garrett. And everybody gets the extra $20 million or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about that, and I said Brad Holmes cannot allow that to happen.
Fuck no.
You cannot. Like, you got to call the Browns. There are a lot of reports that he has been repeatedly calling the Browns, and he was the most aggressive at the trade deadline last year to try to get Myles Garrett. There are reports out there that he has been repeatedly calling the Browns, trying to get him. You got to tell them, listen, once you talk to that gypsy fuck Howie Roseman, give me a call. I'll make the offer better, because Howie Roseman will get you on the call, and he'll use his magic. The guy's a wizard, dude. But you got to tell the Browns, whatever Howie Roseman offers you, I will beat that offer, because you cannot.
I'll beat that off.
You cannot allow Myles Garrett to go to the Eagles.
And that report that you were referring to from Kimberly A. Martin from ESPN, she's on First Take. I believe she's on Get Up as well. But, she commented that Brad Holmes was the most aggressive general manager trying to acquire Myles Garrett out of the trade deadline last year, which I found interesting, because there's a lot of you guys out there that said he wouldn't do something like that.
Yeah,
I was
told,
try. as my Uncle Neil would say. But obviously he is trying. Doesn't guarantee that you get him. To the Darius Slay point, though, I was listening to him on the podcast with Amon-Ra, and it sounded like he knew this was coming. He's a bigger, and we talk about this all the time.
They know.
When you sign these contracts, the bigger cap hits are in the back end of the year. That's when you're most likely to be cut. And Darius Slay was a result of that. He got his ring. I don't think he's tripping at all. He kind of forced you to come in, and if he comes here to Detroit, I'm here for it. I will say this though, I don't think anybody should suspect him to be CB1 and or 2. I think it'd be like a reserve situation, a leadership situation. And I'm also wondering how much is he willing to get, not willing, but how much is he worth on the open market from other teams too? Could somebody outbid him? Because him coming here is more like a just coming here for the bag, maybe for the ring. He could retire. Who knows?
Could retire. He's not going to command a elite number.
No.
You're going to get Darius Slay for a cheap deal. I would like this a lot. I'm not going to lie. You talked about Darius Slay himself, and what he said benefited him the most in his career when he was trying to make a big jump from a terrible rookie year to having a good next season, was having a guy in Rasheem Mathis, having a veteran on the other side of him that he could learn from, and that would help him become a better cornerback. Putting him opposite of Terrion Arnold, I would love that. I think that would help. He would mentor Terrion Arnold a lot. Obviously, he knows what it's like to win in Detroit, not at the level that the Lions have recently, but he's gotten to the playoffs there before. He was a superstar here for us. He was one of the best corners in the league for a long period of time. Yeah, you can get him for cheap.
I love Darius Slay, but you got to retain Carlton Davis.
Got to retain Carlton. Yeah, he's not Carlton Davis.
Yeah, we're not gonna get Q because he's a former Detroit Lion, and we saw him grow into like who he became here. Like Carlton Davis is a better cornerback at the National Football level than Darius Slay at this point in their careers.
Yes,
right now. I think maybe Darius Slay saw more highs,
for sure.
It's past that. That's why he is a cap cut on a Super Bowl winning team. I'm fine with it. Nick.
Yeah, I don't want to sign Slay if it's at the cost of Carlton Davis, obviously.
No.
Like, I don't think that would be the thing, but we're all on the same page. If he wants to come in for, not a crazy amount of money, but not, we're not going to, throw out a disrespectful offer to him, but he could really help out this team and bring along those young guys like you guys talked about. I think that's the biggest thing. Carlton Davis, Darius Slay.
It's the mustache.
But he can really help out a guy like Rakenstraw as well. I think this would be big if we could add Darius Slay. And I am, speaking of Rakenstraw, I'm so excited to see what this guy has year 2. I'm excited.
Yeah, how many
we really
interceptions for Rakenstraw in his first season?
17 next year.
I love that. That's a great number.
Great number.
Shout out to Braylon Edwards. Is what he wore with the, with the Jets.
Won a game.
What a game.
What a game. What a game.
What a game.
From
what
a guy
game.
who didn't play his rookie year. Yeah.
I think that, like you guys said, Darius Slay isn't going to be the replacement to what you need. Darius Slay isn't going to be your cornerback one. But if you could bring him in here on a $4, $5, $6 million a year deal, yeah, I would do that for sure. It would be a great depth piece. It'd be great to mentor guys.
6?
Is that too much for you?
Probably not 6.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm
4 or 5.
Yeah, I feel bad because I love Darius Slay.
I do love Darius.
Obviously, I've gotten to know him throughout the years too. So
I would do 5. So Rich Baldwin says $5 million for Slay. I would do 5.
Yeah, Brad wants to give him 5 or 6. Give him 5 or 6.
Extra 20
but
something.
You got to bring home Carlton Davis.
Got to bring Carlton
Love
Davis.
Terrion, not ready to be CB1. That's all.
Yeah.
You got to bring him back. Where would your comfortable level be if that was like the cornerback situation? Terrion CB1, Slade CB2.
I'd have to see it first. I mean,
yeah, that's where I'm at.
I believe Terrion Arnold is going to be CB1 on this team in the future, but I don't know if it's going to be next year.
Yeah.
Especially when you're trying to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I saw a lot of Terrion Slade over the weekend, too. You guys really got to relax, man. He posted a little freestyle video. Like, they aren't doing football 24-7 of their lives. They're doing a hell of a lot more than you think.
Glasgow's streaming Counter-Strike Go. I don't see you guys talking shit about that.
Amon-Ra St. Brown has a weekly podcast, and he's an all-pro wide receiver.
Frank Ragnow posts pictures of him. By the way, that
dog-ass fish.
That fish that Frank got was a fucking tank, dude.
Can we get that picture? Nick, will you find that?
Yeah.
On the interwebs?
That was an absolute fucking monster, dude.
No, I'm just saying. And then as far as judging him as a rookie, that's just insane. It's crazy to be doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a giant fish.
Yeah, I think
Is this a sturgeon?
I feel like it might be.
It's a pike.
It might be sturgeon.
Or it might be a salmon.
Yeah, it does look like a salmon.
I think it's a salmon, because salmon have like the beak like that.
Yeah, I'll get it.
I don't know. I'm not familiar with my
That's a
freshwater
white guy.
fish.
Super white guy thing for sure.
Yeah, it's a super white guy thing.
I don't know. A lot of black guys fish too.
Yeah, you're actually right. My whole black side fishes like hell.
Yeah.
More than my white side.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
It's a southern thing.
My cousin Jerry had a bait store out in New Haven.
Yeah.
Now it's a motorcycle spot.
Me and my dad used to fish on Lake St. Clair. Haven't been a long time. I should take him fishing.
Shout out. But anyway, back to Terry Arnold. Relax. It's crazy.
Yeah.
The guy we're talking about acquiring right now in this very segment, Darius Slade, took a year to get going. Like it's
fine. That's what happens.
Yeah, and this wasn't. We talked about this before too, so I hate repeating myself, but he wasn't a top 5 pick.
No.
He wasn't a top 3 pick.
And he didn't have a terrible season.
And to be honest, if he was, I would still be on the let's wait 2 years.
Yeah.
2 years minimum. 3 years is my real requirement for Brad Holmes draft picks, but at least 2 years before we start saying crazy shit that I saw on the internet this weekend.
Eazy, you're being called a racist in the chat.
Oh, I mean, everyone knows I'm racist.
Yeah, he hates the whites.
I hate mom. I hate you, mom. Love you, mom.
You marginalized white fishermen, Eazy.
You're always marginalizing the white fishermen.
No, I agree. You know how I feel about Terrion. The kid's got a hell of a lot of potential, man, and I think that that's what happens with cornerbacks. Man. They're not all just gonna pop. Look at Devin Stingley. Or Derek Stingley. Derek Stingley had a bad rookie year, and now he is an first-team All-Pro. Like,
he actually
and he was a top 5 pick.
Derek Stingley, dog.
And like I said, it's not like Terrion had a terrible rookie year. He was a little handsy, got it cleaned up, and then everybody died. People are just upset he didn't get an interception.
Yeah, I saw in top 5 pass deflections, Travis sent me over the weekend. Our boy Nate Wiggins.
Nate Wiggins is a dog.
And he only started like 6 games.
Yeah.
But again, he's taken before.
Yeah.
He was taken before us. But here is Frank Ragnow, the All-Pro center, and what he does in his free time when he's not doing football. Let's be real, guys. These are human beings, not just robots. Oh, we got the whole video. I didn't even know.
Yeah, I think that's.
I only saw the photo.
I think that might be a pike. I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
Or salmon.
No, it's not a salmon.
No.
It's not a sturgeon, I don't think.
It's not a salmon.
That's a McLovin, 3rd generation.
That's.
Did he say? Did he say in the caption?
Let me tell you what, boys. That's what it looks like when I whip it out. Take a piss right there.
Relax.
Somebody in the chat will tell us during the break.
Yeah, that's not a salmon.
Tell
Definitely
us about
not a salmon.
Caesar Sportsbook.
Might be Caesar Sportsbook, the official sports. Sorry, I was looking at the fish. Caesar Sportsbook, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports. Use code Woodward 1000 to get your first bet up to $1,000. Yeah, lake trout is. Yeah, it's a lake trout. Your first bet up to $1,000 is risk-free bonus bets, meaning if you don't cash, you'll get it back in bonus bets. Scan the QR code. Use code Woodward 1000. Caesar Sportsbook, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports.
It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Congratulations to the real coach of the year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
Welcome back to World Heavyweights Live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm Eazy, joined by Spin-Rex, Chris, Nicholas Koloff. Before we went to break, we asked for the chat's expertise on what type of fish Frank Ragnow caught, and you guys helped us none. You got just as many answers as we were giving out there. I see a pike. I see 2 lake trouts, though.
It's lake trout.
It's a lake trout.
It is what he said.
The Ronin says lake trout. Justin Station says lake trout. And Brian Music says lake trout as well.
Yeah, it's a lake trout. It's not. I thought it had more of a beak. That's why I said salmon. It's not a salmon.
It's missing a time flux capacitor.
Sturgeons look crazy. Have you ever seen a sturgeon?
Yeah, sturgeons look scary as shit.
They have teeth. They look like a monster. I'm fighting a monster hunter.
They look pretty sweet.
They do sturgeon hunting on Mullet Lake, where I have a cottage, in the winter, and they do you only get certain amount of sturgeon a year, caught for the
Those things are
event,
huge,
and
dude.
it's it could go from anywhere from 5 minutes to all day until they get them. But yeah,
I never got how they do fishing competition, because I feel it's kind of a little bit of luck.
Yeah.
Right? A little bit of luck of the type of fish you're gonna catch.
No, I mean depending on the bait, the area, the time of day, the season, you can kind of nail it down.
Yeah. There was that one fisherman that got busted. He got a lifetime ban. Remember, he was putting rocks in the fish.
Smart as fuck, though.
Yeah.
That's smart.
That was crazy.
He was
doing it for
marbles
3
or
years.
something. Yeah.
He had weights in the fish's mouth.
He's just a cheater.
Yeah. But 3 years of getting away with it.
Yeah. Everybody knew too. They all knew because his fish would come in and it would be obviously smaller,
but weighed more.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd be pissed. Because you know how competitive it gets.
I've never had sturgeon. I like fish. Lent's coming up.
Not a fish guy. No.
That's what Danny G says. Sturgeon tastes pretty good too.
Maybe it's like a salmon.
Salmon is amazing. Lent's coming up. Maybe we'll try sturgeon on a Friday show.
Yeah,
No?
for a
You
little
say-
super. Yeah, a little something.
Yeah, it is another super chat competition. If you guys, we're not gonna do another crazy stuff, unless you want to direct it to the Cash App or something like that. But yeah, we'll try it, Sturgeon, for
$1 million.
Okay. I don't know. Nick's acting like it's poison.
That's what I've heard.
Really?
Yes, I've heard it's very bad. They're so old. They're like
Oh, they are
100
really
plus
old,
years
yeah.
old. Like it's like, yeah.
Oh yeah, they're like dinosaurs, dude.
What?
Yeah.
Yes.
They're like.
Were you what? For
Are they
real?
some of the
Yeah,
oldest
they're
fish
like-
then?
They live at
yes.
the bottom of lakes.
The lakes?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do some homework on
Are
that.
they?
That's
Wait,
pretty
are they the
sweet.
ones that like eat the debris at the bottom, like the dirt and stuff?
No,
or?
no, they eat other fish. They're fucking huge and mean.
I think they also do eat like gross stuff at the bottom of the lake.
Fishing is a sport, so
Yeah.
anybody bitching in the chat, we're talking about fishing.
Shout out Frank. We're just
Yeah,
Frank Ragnar.
Frank changing the game.
Oh yeah.
Frank Ragnar changing the game.
I thought you were shouting out like a famous
Here
fish.
we
Shout
are
out
with
Frank
a
that one
prime
time
internet,
at the-
like sports
Shout out the
shows
old
for
man in the
Detroit.
sea.
And we're talking about goddamn sturgeons.
Dude, that was a fucking gnarly ass lake trout. I do believe that's what he said.
$5 super chat from Randall Smalls. If you're not cheating, you're not. You're effing cheating. What? If you're not cheating, you're not.
I
No,
think
you're
he
effing
meant,
cheating.
to put that Good shit. Instead of if you're not cheating, you're not trying. No,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
fucking cheating.
Yeah, that's very
fair.
true.
Yeah, cheaters are cheaters.
All right, so we kind of talked about the Myles Garrett report that came out from Kimberly A. Martin of ESPN. So it's not some fucking la-di-da reporter you never heard of. This is somebody on a marquee sports network who mentioned the Detroit Lions were very much interested in Myles Garrett. I believe it came. That's the other thing. Come away from the combine. People that I've talked to, people reporting on the national level. Andrew Berry, GM of the Cleveland Browns, is not interested in moving Myles Garrett at all whatsoever as of now.
I mean, I'm not surprised because that dude's so stupid. He gave Deshaun Watson the worst contract of all time.
Mm-hmm.
So if he sees his all-pro Hall of Fame defensive end come out and say, "I'm not playing for you. I'm not going to re-sign for you," I wouldn't be surprised if he was just a guy to ride it out and get nothing for it because he's that stupid. But there's no way he's that stupid, and he's already debilitated by the worst contract in the history of sports. So he's going to do it.
I don't think he's that stupid. I think he's just playing the game. If a guy comes out and he says, "I don't want to be here," automatically spoiled goods for you as a general manager because other GMs know you're not keeping him. You got to get rid of him at some point. So it's in his best interest to say, no.
We're not trading him.
Yeah, exactly. So he gets what he wants.
Then he gets traded next week. Yeah.
My takeaway, because we beat this fucking Myles Garrett topic to death, and which I'm totally cool with, by the way, because the arguments come up every day. But I think this clearly shows an interest on Brad Holmes' part and a partner in crime for Aiden Hutchinson on the edge. And there's a guy out there, I saw Bleacher Report put it out there. Detroit Lions trade a 4th-round pick straight up for Joey Bosa of the Chargers. We talked about this briefly.
Who put that out?
Bleacher Report. 4th-round pick for Joey Bosa. Yeah, I'm running that to the bank and slam dunking that.
I think they should.
He hasn't played an entire
What's his
season since
contract?
21. It's hefty.
I'll just wait for the buyout.
That's why I was going to get to it as well at some point. Like,
I don't think I would give up assets to bring on a debilitating
'Cause we're just
contract
not-
of an injured player.
Yeah, we're not in the situation to.
He's
do that.
injured.
But it depends too. Like, I don't know though, because at the same time, per Brad Holmes, the toughest thing to do is acquire like another one of those edge rushers. Like that's why they're a premier position. So like if you have the opportunity to get one versus like the bid for it on the market, maybe you do go ahead and pay for it. I'm gonna look at his cap hits right now though. Chris,
I just don't understand how we heard the quote from Brad Holmes himself say the hardest thing to do is get a defensive end, and you guys are shocked that they aggressively pursued Myles Garrett. Like how the hell would he make that statement without knowing and actually trying to get a superstar edge like a Myles Garrett, like a Max Crosby at the trade deadline last year, which he did.
He did, for sure.
This is to me, it's nothing new, and now we're just at that part of the game where you know the organization has to look like they have a backbone for a couple days. They said they're meeting with the reps of Myles Garrett this week, and so that's when they're gonna start to, slow ball this thing. And by draft time, I think Myles Garrett will be on a new team. I definitely think it is at the very least, draft night trade, but probably before then trade. It's going to happen. We're just in the beginning stages of it. We're in the stages where they got to act like they're not giving them up, but they absolutely are. And again, the Lions, as I said Friday, cannot let the Eagles, cannot let the NFC North get a hold of this guy, because he's not going to the AFC. He's going to the NFC. And if you're the top of the NFC food chain, you got to do what you can to keep keep yourself there.
Yeah, and
or one of the tops, I should say.
Even more debilitating than Myles Garrett not going to the Lions would be Myles Garrett going to the Eagles or Myles Garrett going to the Packers.
Yeah.
Like that's not something you can allow to happen. Yeah,
it'd be 22 to 25 million for Joey Bosa, by the way.
No.
I'm actually still saying
hard pass.
Giving up a 4th-round pick and taking on a $22 million salary.
We got like 40 million, 60 million in cap.
That you wouldn't be able to sign
you
Carlton Davis if you do
it's
that.
1 year. You sign Carlton Davis on a multiple-year deal, a 3-year deal, and you take the big chunks and put it in the back half of the deal.
No, I'm good. I don't want that contract on a guy that
it's not stopping you from doing anything.
Just wait for him to get cut.
What?
Just wait for him to get cut. He's going to get cut.
Then you may not get him because somebody's going to pay him that money or somewhere close to it.
Then let him do it.
No, fuck that. Go get Joey Bosa. So I don't give a people who also brought up too, like he hasn't finished like last year. 14 games is still like a healthy chunk of the season. Bring him home. This is the Jack Sawyer you guys want. You guys think Jack Sawyer's a stud? No. He's going to be a 2nd-round pick in this draft. I almost would guarantee it if you guys actually picked up on your bets in the chat there. But you go get Joey Bosa. $25 million doesn't hurt you. You get that other edge that you want. I'm not opposed to it at all whatsoever. Obviously, it'd be more ideal to get him off the open market. I'm just saying I'm still doing it. Absolutely.
This is a high swing that could come back to bite you, and he ultimately gets hurt for $25 million. I think you can go in another direction.
And a 4th-round pick.
And a 4th-rounder.
We got an extra 3rd. I'm good.
I think the boom is there if he hits, but this is almost like the Davenport thing. Like, is he gonna hit?
Yeah.
Can he play a full season?
Probably not.
We're not asking him to play 17 games. We're asking him to play 20.
Yeah.
You know?
Higher upside than Davenport, though.
For sure.
And I get it. Like, I just don't want to be in a situation where I think a lot of us are almost looking at 2 years ago. A lot of the same people in this chat right now that were calling us crybabies at the trade deadline because we didn't make the move and we were up here bitching about it for a half hour before we moved on with the show. I feel like a lot of those people are now looking back 2 years ago and like, what if we did make that trade? Because we were in the NFC Conference Championship game, and it could have been a difference. And you could have gone to that Super Bowl. I don't want to be in that situation like and watch Joey Bosa go elsewhere and it work, or they help him out tremendously and be like, damn, what if we would have did that? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be in that situation. Watching Jalen Carter win the Super Bowl this year, I had that. Damn, what if we drafted him? You know, like, I'd rather just do it right now.
I'd rather be the guy holding the Lombardi Trophy with someone injured.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I'm here for it, man.
But
it's not stopping you from resigning because the fat part of those contracts, kicking the can down the road. That's why Darius Slay got cut today.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't like giving up an asset and paying him $20+ million.
That's cheap for an edge rusher, though, for a premier guy.
Is he premier anymore? I mean,
when healthy,
the injuries take a toll.
I think he's a premier guy still when healthy.
I don't know if he's $20+ million premier.
It's a discount though.
Easy,
because now those guys
not
are
a
getting
discount.
30.
His next contract, he's gonna be getting $12 million a year.
I don't know about that. I think he's getting a little bit more than that.
Yeah, probably.
Anakin Skywalker, it is a glitch for Spinny's Twitch. That's why make sure you guys have to do his X tonight because he'll be posting that as well, and or Instagram at SpinMoreX.
I just threw the link in the chat too, so
shout out.
It'll take you right to my profile.
Chris, on the Joey Bosa topic.
On the Joey Bosa topic, to me, I kind of wanted to not totally go back to the Myles Garrett thing, but what you just said was the point of 2 years ago. You saw a player that the Lions were linked to go to the other team and make big plays against us. That's again why I'm kind of obsessing over this Myles Garrett, because to me, Joey Bosa is great if you could get him at a buyout price. I would not like to give up assets and pay him that much money, because I think Brad Holmes is going to go out and get multiple defensive ends. I think whether you get Myles Garrett or not, there's going to be more than one defensive end added to this team this season. I think you're going to see him load up on depth there in that position. So to me, I'm looking at Joey Bosa as, if you can get him for a buyout price, great, because it is risk reward. Like if you get him and Davenport, that probably combines for like a full season, you know, like, and if you get a full season of those two next to Hutch, That's probably enough to get it done. But you probably can't do that while retaining everything else by getting him via trade right now. At least I'm thinking. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but that's where I'm at with it.
Yeah, I mean, 4th round ain't much, and I feel like you're gonna. That's the cost of doing business. That $22 million. It's not gonna really stop you from doing too much.
I hear you, but
it's only 1 year too. You're talking about go get Myles Garrett instead?
Yes,
absolutely. Yeah,
absolutely. And I know that we're not saying that, but again, that's why you do that, because I'd rather be trading the cost for that than go.
The other thing with the Myles Garrett stuff too is like this isn't the NBA. When we talked about the NBA, Devin Booker could force his way to Detroit specifically. The NFL they'll fuck you.
Yeah.
The Green Bay Packers are known going out of their way to fuck guys. Pause. Crazy.
Super Bowl
Wisconsin.
Wilson.
I'm not judging, just like to shoot straight.
Break, I'll end it with this. Super Bowl Wilson in the Woodward Sports Chat. Elite running backs are harder to find than elite defensive tackles.
No.
There's that. Let me tell you about Les Stanford. It's the Les Stanford sign and drive sale. Get a 2024 Envision for only $239 per month. Go get a 2025 Sierra Crew Cab for only $249 per month. Don't forget the 2025 Hummer EV SUV for only $789 per month. 0 security deposit, 0 first payment, 0 do-it signing, 0 acquisition fee. It's the sign and drive sale at Les Stanford Buick GMC, lesstanford.com.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
Hey, give it up for David Tully, everybody. David Tully. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Oh yeah, make my motor run.
Top shelf quality.
That's a banger.
Unmatched variety. Price for the people. It's Jars Cannabis. Visit shopjars.com to find one near you. You got 27 locations across the great state of Michigan. But specifically, if you're in Grand Rapids, Madison Heights, or Milan, there's a brand new location coming to you. You know what happens with brand new dispensaries? They have the best deals. You can't miss it. They already have great deals too. It's Jars Quality. Top shelf cannabis. Visit them. Check it out.
Check it out
right now. Just do it. Smash that like button. Be a friend. Tell a friend. I'm Eazy. Spin more racks. Young Chris. Nicholas Colo.
Let's go.
We're talking about
begins.
acquiring Joey Bosa and/or Myles Garrett. Chris kept trying to steer the conversation towards Myles Garrett. I've had that conversation a million times. You got to outbid somebody for that one, and somebody's gonna if I'm
somebody's gonna put their nuts on the table and say 3 first round.
And again, it's not the NBA. You don't have to appease to these guys like where they want to go.
Yeah.
Like if the Cowboys, who have been shitty the past couple of years, or at least last year, or the Titans, who had the #1 pick in this year's draft, want Myles Garrett.
He said he wanted to play for a contender.
But they don't care.
They don't have to. I know. But it's still, Cleveland is in some desperate need for some good PR. So I think it's not like you'd take 2 less first-round picks just to do it, but you at least try to get him to a contender.
No.
You take the highest bidder no matter what?
I said this during the Stafford situation, and I love and admired everything Stafford did for us. Like I'll never forget that Cowboys game, the fake spike, the legendary moment.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you. I'm getting the best deal.
Yeah.
I mean, they obviously, but I think that was more of a favor towards Les Snead than it was Stafford sending him off to the Rams. But I'm with you though. I wouldn't be surprised if they did give him to a contender. But
Yeah, the three most important positions in football are the quarterback, the guy that protects the quarterback, and a guy to kill the quarterback. And when you have one of those guys that is available, every single team in the NFL is going to want him. It's just who's realistically in the bidding for him.
yeah,
And the Lions are realistically in the bidding for him. They have a need at that spot. They have the assets. They have the cap space. They are in the window.
to the wall.
Yeah. To the wall. In the window, in the wall.
Where all the
That's why I
females
found
crawl.
balls.
Yeah. We'll see. Like you said, there's already the reports that they've been the most aggressive.
Yeah, that was dope.
That is dope. It's
That is
good to
dope.
hear. And I knew it. Like, Brad's not stupid.
Yeah,
He knows what you need to win in the NFL, and he knows you needed more than what you were getting out of anybody other than Aiden Hutchinson. So he tried.
yeah.
Hopefully he keeps trying.
I'm gonna check some too with this Joey Bosa situation because I think if they straight up just cut him, it's the same no matter what. Never mind. I've seen if the Chargers cut him, if they lose any more money in dead cap versus trading him, and according to over the cap, it's exactly the same, no matter what ends up happens, no matter when it happens.
So do you think there's enough market for him to get traded?
Yes.
Joey Bosa, probably.
Yeah,
A team like us.
I think it had to be a contending team. I think.
I don't think a fourth, though. I think a fourth is
It's
too
a lot.
high. Yeah.
I think that's,
Might be
I think
lower.
that's- I mean, I think it's kinda
Jalen
fair.
Ramsey went for a fourth. Didn't he?
I think he might went for a third.
Jalen Ramsey
It's
was
even worse.
a lot better than Bosa at that point. He was not an injury.
But like you said, though, those three premier positions, this is one.
Yeah.
But we talked about the, protect the quarterback, getting to the quarterback. How about catching the ball from the quarterback? I think a conversation we're not having enough right now is who replaces Tim Patrick on that offense.
Third for Ramsey.
Was it?
Third for
third
Yeah,
for
third for
Ramsey,
Ramsey.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Detroit,
maybe a fourth's not crazy.
yeah,
but
I think it's crazy. What'd you make of the Debo trade? I feel like a fifth wasn't crazy.
No.
He's close to like $30 million.
Yeah,
he's about to be
he's
30
not
years
that
old.
good.
Yeah, he's not. He can't. He's not beating anybody off the line.
He's fat.
Yeah, he's a zone merchant.
Am I the only one that was like really happy when that trade happened? Because I was like, because we were talking about them getting T. Higgins, and I was just like, thank God,
Yeah.
thank God they got.
He
Debo.
got hit with the what do you call it? Franchise tag today too. T. Higgins.
T. Higgins? Did he really?
$26 million.
Damn.
That's kind of shitty. But I don't understand. If you're gonna keep hitting him with the tag, why don't you just offer him that? He probably wants more than that.
So they could tag Hendrickson still, right? You can tag one on both sides.
Yeah, I think get two tags. Get exclusive and non-exclusive. I'll double check on that one, but yeah. But I read they were willing to trade Henderson. So it's gonna be somebody's gonna pay him though.
Yeah.
Because that's another contract beef.
Maybe they
I
trade
hate-
him to Tennessee.
I can see that.
Tennessee drafts Mason Graham first overall, trades for Trey Hendrickson. There's your defensive line.
I heard I heard Tennessee might trade for, or draft a quarterback.
I wouldn't be surprised either.
I'd be surprised.
Will Levis.
Hey,
And then you
yeah.
could trade Will Levis.
Yeah. Probably get a third or fourth out of
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
Maybe
Yeah,
a fifth.
I think you can get more than a fifth.
And then you use that extra fifth to get Joey Bosa. We just rebuilt the Tennessee Titans,
They
boys.
just rebuild the Titans.
Football's back in the Music City.
They need offensive line too, though. They're a mess. Titans suck, dude.
Yeah, they are. I was wondering like how long. But it's weird because I always say like I couldn't imagine rooting for like a losing franchise, but like
We did.
yeah, we did.
For our whole lives.
My whole entire life, passionate.
My, how soon they forget.
Yeah, honestly, that's funny. Man, what would it be like rooting for the Titans? Well,
Dude, it
let me
must
think.
suck.
Oh, yeah. It's awful.
Yeah.
Remember your
pretty
childhood?
bad.
Yeah, remember all of your childhood.
Is it worse? I don't know. I think. Is it worse to, like, root for, like, a loser team that you know is a loser team, and so you're just, like, carefree? Because you know they're probably going to get their ass whipped anyway, so you just go get drunk and fucking watch the game, or getting your heart ripped out in the playoffs.
Break my heart every
Break
single
my
time.
heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
Sad.
sure.
Break my heart. Although I guess
Living it.
I lived
I'm just
it.
saying what hurts more. Obviously, it hurts more to get your heart broken.
It definitely hurts.
The
more to get
expectation
heartbroken.
shattered hurt, but
you
to
can't
have
follow.
expectations
I
is a
wonder-
much better feeling than. Like, would you rather?
That 0-16 feeling, or like
Would you? Would you rather go to four, like the Bills, go to 4 Super Bowls in a row and lose all 4, or never go to a Super Bowl? I
Go and
personally
lose all
would
4.
jump off a bridge if the Lions went to the Super Bowl 4 times in a row and didn't win one. I don't think.
you
I
would.
honestly don't think my mental state could handle that. I would probably Kurt Cobain.
You would not.
Like that would be the
fine.
dude. That would be a nightmare. Because imagine like the
Year 5 is
first
incoming.
time
5
you're
is
like,
yours.
all right, we got there. You know, shit. It sucks, but we'll be back. Second time, you're all hyped. This is our year. After you lose the second one in a row, you're like, fuck, man, we might never get back here. Third one, you're like, all right, like we're back. There's no fucking way we lose again. Third time's the charm. By the fourth one, you're just like, oh, they're gonna fucking lose. Like it doesn't matter. You know how debilitating that would be, dude? That would be mentally like scarring. That's why I have respect for Bills fans.
Well, I guess they got the Sabres. So what other sports teams do they have in Buffalo other than the Sabres?
Sabres aren't doing great right now.
Sabres
They're
are
about
awful.
to trade us their players.
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully it's
But I'm saying, like at least in Detroit, you have the alleviation if they were good. And we did while the Lions sucked. Pistons, Tigers, Red Wings. They all kind of had their runs during the Detroit runs, where the Detroit Lions were kind of being shitty. If you were to a city where it's like there's no other sports teams, though, and like it's just your football team.
A notable crash out. And Nick, the biggest crash out of all. 4 in a row.
I don't know that KMS.
Dude, I would never have been closer in my life. I'll tell you that. There's probably nothing that could push me to that edge.
Push me to the edge. No.
My friend,
I really couldn't imagine that, dude.
No,
that's
it's
crazy.
like almost unthinkable. Like 4 years in a row, you lose all 4.
Even getting there 4 years in a row
is so hard. Pause.
Even the NFC Championship game was tough. Like losing that, like the way we did. But, like, giving up the 17-point lead, like, that was super tough. But I still feel proud to have been there as a Lions fan.
For sure.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, like...
But once you're there, like, multiple times,
that's
though,
different.
Is there pride in getting there anymore?
Well, they're going through it again. How is it to keep losing to Pat Mahomes in the AFC Championship? Like...
I'd rather do that than lose 4 Super Bowls
It's so
in a row,
crazy, because
bro.
we're sitting here talking about, like, our cap rearrangement and all that. Gets like 4 years in a row.
You can say whatever you want.
Despite those challenges, they got there.
You can say whatever you want about the NFC Championship game. We should have won that. We could have won that. If you are in the Super Bowl, it's one-on-one. You got a chance. You're in the dance. You can't have a chance without getting there. So 4 years in a row would be nuts.
I'm a believer. You got to get your heart broken to find love. So I would take
true.
that.
Oh, you know what? Let me
Fuck
take
that.
back my cap. The cap didn't become a thing until 1994.
Dude, NFL with no salary cap. No wonder the Cowboys were so good.
Lions should have fucking been. I mean, you had Barry fucking Sanders. How did you not go all out? That's crazy. That just pissed me off. Thinking about that.
Well,
Holy
they weren't making money like they are now.
Speaking about being cheap and a guy getting traded, Trey Hendrickson, like you just mentioned there earlier.
Damn, 4-3.
What do you think he goes for when it comes to a contract extension, and what does a trade look like to get him out of there? Is that number too big to pair up with Hutch's? Because 17 and a half sacks per season the last 2 seasons, like that's still elite when it comes to getting to the quarterback.
It's not happening.
Super Bowl Wilson.
I won't even allow
over
myself to
Sports Chat.
think about that one.
Says, good thing you guys weren't Lions fans before 2012. You guys would be hurting like us. Yeah, because those 4 Super Bowls they went to in the early 2000s must have really hurt for you true Lions fans.
What is he even talking about?
I don't know. Dude's off his meds.
I don't know why you read that one. To your point, Nick, I'm not even discussing the Trey Hendrickson stuff. Like I want to stop seeing the name in the chat. I want to stop seeing the name in my mentions.
Yeah.
That is not happening.
He's going to get paid $25 million plus a year.
This is the L'Jarius Sneed trade from last year where I told you guys I made the bet like.
And where did L'Jarius Sneed go?
Tennessee
Titans.
We're building the Titans, fellas. Music's Miracle City. We're back. Yeah, Brad's not gonna give up because that's like he would probably first, second. Because he's still within his prime, kind of.
Yeah.
And then you got to pay him? That's for sure not happening. I'd rather cash in a 4th and just pay a guy that 25.
No, I don't think.
Or 22, whatever.
I don't think you'd take a first.
Trey Hendrickson?
Yeah, because he's gone regardless. Maybe 1 first. Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, first or second, regardless.
Back-to-back 17 and a half sack seasons.
I mean, actually, it really depends, though, Spinny, because if they put that tag on him, then they got to.
Then they have to trade him.
Yeah, well, then you got to give it the first to get him.
And then, yeah, that's true. And you can't tag him twice. You tag him twice. Do you remember when Kirk got tagged twice? Because it like goes up by like
It just goes up
It's like
by
150%.
It's the top 5. It's top 5 contracts.
Yeah, but back-to-back years, you get tagged back-to-back years, it goes up like extra 50% from the last year's tag. That's why Kirk got paid like $43 million for 1 year.
All to a bag.
I think I
chase.
saw
Dude,
T. Higgins
Kirk-
was like
Kirk
26
Cousins
million.
is one of the biggest bag getters in history of sports. Let's go to break. Let's come back. Talk some wings. Talk some
Devastating blow of the Tigers.
Yeah.
If we're switching off lines, let's do that.
Fuck. That's a nightmare, dude.
Tell us about Feldman, Nick.
Bad timing.
Yeah. Sorry, dude.
Since 1996, Feldman Automotive has been driven to provide a fast, convenient, first-class car buying experience called the Feldman Advantage. With 18 locations, there's a Feldman dealership in your backyard. Visit FeldmanAuto.com to find the location nearest you. And catch Woodward Sports Network live from Feldman Chevrolet of Novi every other Monday. Feldman Chevrolet, Detroit's #1 Chevy dealer.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports on all social platforms. I'm talking Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, all the places. Woodward Sports everywhere. Make sure you are part of
All the
Detroit's
places.
#1 digital network.
All of the spots.
All the places, all the spots, all the bells and whistles.
Dude,
You get one
I'm
franchise
trying to go to the
tag,
movies.
It's Woodward Sports.
This
so they
weekend.
can't tag them.
What are you trying to see?
Mickey 16, I think is what it's called, or Mickey 17, it's something like that. It's with Robert Pattinson, and he's like in the future.
You love Robert Pattinson.
He's a fantastic actor. But it's a cool concept. Like they like use him as like a test dummy because they like revive him over and over and over so he dies. Like they
It's like that Source Code movie kind of, right?
No, but it's not like he's not like fighting in a war or
Yeah.
anything. Like he's just living, and they use him as like a. It's like the Planet of Ricks is what I got.
I
or the
can't talk
Citadel of
about
Ricks.
my love for John Cena as a child, but you're fucking talking about Robert Pattinson right now?
Yeah, movies are way better than
No.
WWE.
WWE's way bigger than movies.
No.
Absolutely.
At least one of them admits they're fake.
Yeah, exactly. I haven't been to.
WWE does admit they're fake, to be fair.
I haven't been to the movies in a while.
But if you want to believe they're real, that's on you. They talk about it.
It's
They all
real
got
to me,
podcasts
damn it.
now. All right, guys. So over the weekend, report came out that Parker Meadows, the reason why he's been withheld is he's got a nerve issue at the top of his right arm that there's literally no timetable for. It could be as soon as a week. It could be. It's indefinitely right now. They're at least they know how to treat it. Is it the good news? But there's absolutely zero timetable. As of now, he's still on the roster, the opening day roster. I'll put that out there. But this is definitely not good news for a guy that was going to be a big part of your defense, which I believe you need to have if you're not going to have the offensive output that we wanted to get and sign an extra third baseman. What is your reaction to the Parker Meadows injury news?
Bill Cosby in the Woodward Sports Chat says a tour learned from me how to pick up women. I think that it sucks, man. This fucking sucks because Parker Meadows was gonna. I really thought he was gonna have a huge season, and obviously he still can. Obviously, hopefully, that nerve, minds its nerve pretty soon, and he cleans up and he's good to go. But dude, that's just like, what a fucking ominous statement. There's no timetable for his return. No timetable for his return. Spring training just started. What do you mean? Like, is he going to miss 200 games? Yeah, it fucking sucks, dude.
Nick, I know you're crashing out.
And Matt Vierling's injured? We just
Vierling's
lost
hurt.
our
cuff.
day one center fielder and third baseman.
Right
I
field.
forgot Vierling got hurt, yeah.
Center field. Parker Meadows?
No, Vierling was probably going to start
Take
at right.
over.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But this is depressing. There's no other way around it. I'm trying not to freak out, and I will not freak out until I hear that he's missing opening day. Because it's the ripple effect that this has on your whole entire lineup. Now, with Parker Meadows out, you're missing that offense, that extra base power, because he flies around the base paths. And you're also missing a Gold Glove center fielder and your backup center fielder in Matt Vierling. So you automatically, you're getting way worse defensively, way worse offensively as well. And they do not want to put Riley Green in center field. I don't want to see Riley Green in center field.
No.
Dude needs to stay healthy, being a future superstar in left field, Gold Glover, where he can stay and play 150 games. This is, I don't want to say disaster yet, but this is already looking like a failed season.
Oh, okay, relax. That's aggressive. But it literally...
Our Gold Glove center fielder, I'm looking up the percentage right now, so give me 1 sec. But we literally won like 80% of games when he came back from injury.
Yeah, he was extremely important to this team. He's a great leadoff hitter. He's got some of the most power on the team, and he's by far the best defender. So, yeah, it hurts. But you can't say the season's over before it even started. But we are looking at maybe Wenzel Perez and Kerry Carpenter in your starting outfield day one. So, obviously Kerry's fine, but Nick, you said you want to see Kerry getting at bats from both-handed. So
I saw a highlight today. Struck out 2 guys on.
Yep. That's
a lefty.
what he is. He's he's almost 30 years old. He's not just going to learn how to hit lefties.
He could hit him in
Did
the
we
minors.
talk about this guy being a fucking Golden Glove candidate this year?
He was going to be the American League Gold Glove center fielder for sure.
Man.
He's like the best fielding outfielder in the league.
He makes Jordan poses.
Yeah.
He's out there.
He's insane, dude. He's a stallion. He's giant. He's fast.
On top of just knowing me knowing more now about Comerica being a fucking larger park. I know that was tough. That was tough to get out there on a quick notice there. But me knowing more about Comerica Park being not a hitter's preference and having Parker out there, that's huge in our
they brought
favor.
in the fences.
That hurts.
Yeah, Comerica Park's one of the biggest ballparks, center field in the country. But yeah, it sucks. Bring up Max Clark to lead off, says Jonathan Anton. I mean, no, he's not ready. You can't do that.
This is not good news, Nick. What do they do? Oh, you read? Oh, what's up?
The Tigers were 54-28 with Parker Meadows in the lineup last year, and that's not even counting like the slow
sucks.
start to the season.
Almost 30 games over 500.
Like what? Or that's the impact that this guy has on your team. Everybody knows in baseball, the best people play up the middle. You talk about a shortstop, second baseman, center fielder, catcher. This legitimately is Gold Glove center fielder Parker Meadows. This would be almost like as devastating to like them losing Riley Green. Like that's seriously what you're looking at.
Yeah. I mean,
because the defense is that special.
Yeah, the defense is that special, and we saw him really come to form at the plate last year.
Yeah, once he got called back up.
He was hitting a lot in that stretch run, man, and you needed it. He had power, he had pop, he's getting on base, he was stealing bases. Fuck, dude.
He had one of the biggest home runs in San Diego. That was great. That was crazy. The top of the ninth, down 3.
Yeah.
Grand slam. Yeah. There were so many special moments, like the catch, the robbery of the home run. Like, oh my God. I'm not sure what they do. Like Spencer said, Wenzel Perez, maybe? Are we trusting him to play center?
Not every day.
I don't.
Who else would they put out there?
Get by in right
like
field.
Like you said, Vierling's hurt too. So Wenzel played center a little bit last year. I'm trying to think of who else you could even throw out there.
I saw Kreidler was playing today.
Bly Madrid.
Like
Kreidler was playing center fielder? You're fucking
crazy.
lying, dude.
Bro, I swear it was on the
Ryan
thing. Let me
Kreidler
check it out.
sucks, man. He's
You're out on
Remember when you got
Kreidler?
called
I'm
last year? How many of you guys were pissed off?
Yeah, bro. I'm out on Kreidler.
I did hear your Javi take. You doubled down on it today.
Double down on it, yeah.
I was surprised
what
about
happened
that
today?
I think Javi can hit closer to 230 or 220 than
Yes,
Trey
Ryan
Sweeney.
Kreidler got the start in center field today, confirmed
Jesus
from
Christ,
Tigers
dude,
Twitter.
We might be cooked.
What was Sweeney hit last year? 240?
Something like that, yeah.
That's you, dog. That's all you. I don't know. I just know there's a man in the chat that's weirdly obsessed with my son, and I think he's a
Trey
pedo.
Sweeney hit 218 in 110 at bats.
642 OPS.
Yeah, I want to see his splits, like weekly splits, because I know he started off hot and then fell off pretty hard.
But yeah, this is concerning.
He's a good glove, though.
He did fall off after he got hurt in Camden or in Baltimore after the big catch.
I like your
That was
take
my-
better than Spinny's.
That was my conspiracy theory
What?
on it, but
Just his conspiracy on the reason why his numbers went down. Because there's like a lead up to that one.
Yeah.
Yours is kind of
What?
just and Javi hitting better than Trey
Oh, I mean, Javi's done it before in the league, so I have
after
more
a
faith
hip
in him
injury
doing
at
it.
32.
Yeah, replacement.
Yeah, dog. That's
There you go.
I love you.
It's
we're putting stock in
the MLB is the hardest league to make it for a reason, and like,
Chad Uchus, you see what he said today?
huh?
The two hardest things to do in life is to hit a baseball and keep a woman happy long term.
Facts.
I don't think he's too far off.
No, it's not.
Trey Sweeney hit the ball though. He was doing okay up until he got hurt.
218. I mean, and again, I don't think it's going to be. Not saying Javi's going to hit 300, but Trey Sweeney might not make the club.
Nick,
I think you will. Obviously, I like Trey Sweeney a lot more than Javi Baez because I saw him on a baseball team that was winning games and he was contributing.
Javi Baez
on
won a World
defense.
Series. He was almost MVP. I know
10
it's a
years ago?
Yeah, but Trey Sweeney is what has he done, dude? He had 2 months
helped-
of good baseball.
Yeah, for
and that's
us,
he's a
he helped our-
throw-in piece.
he
Like
helped our
everybody's
team.
asking, like Trey Sweeney was this top can't miss prospect or something. No, he was a throw-in piece. If he can
Got
do it,
called up
great.
and helped this team win games last year. So I'm not saying he's some stud here. I'm not calling for any All-Star appearances from Trey Sweeney. I think he can help your team win more games than Javi, and I thought that was clear at the end of last season.
Yeah, we'll see.
Which,
see.
yeah, I mean,
We'll see if
I'm
he
still
can-
holding out that Javi's not on this team
pizza
to
bet,
start the
pizza
year.
bet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll do
I'm
a pizza
down.
bet.
I'm down.
Better
All right.
batting average on the season.
March 3rd. Put in
Batting
your notes.
average.
Put in the group chat.
Yeah,
Pizza
I'll
bet.
do batting average. Yeah,
That was my take.
let's do it.
All right.
Pizza
Eyes were
bet,
down.
Buddy's Pizza.
It is official.
Buddy's Pizza.
Buddy's pizza bet on the batting average between Javier Baez and Trey Sweeney. Now you guys didn't do an at-bat minimum. You want to discuss that?
Well,
You leave it?
reasonable.
Cool,
You know, if Trey Sweeney or if Javi's got 5 at bats on the season and gets 3 hits, I'm not going to claim that as a dub.
Yeah. Same for you?
Yeah,
Okay.
let's say like 50 minimum because I feel like Javi might
At
be
the
out.
very minimum, I would say 100 minimum.
Okay,
100 at bats.
100 at bats.
At least.
Yeah, what if Javi doesn't make the team, or
Javi's
Trey
good.
doesn't make the team?
If neither makes the team, then it's void
Okay, sounds good.
for the Tigers, unless they get picked up somewhere else and play and have 100
They
at bats.
both play the team. They platoon all year. They both hit 280,
I mean-
and we win the World Series.
Yeah.
I would bet my life that
Yeah,
none of them sniffed 280.
I don't think either of them come close to 280 for the rest of their careers.
Manimal. Of course, Eazy would be all in for giving up an asset and overpaying for Bosa when he'll likely play 6 games. ... Of course, well. Yeah, of course, just like he did for Carlton Davis last year. With just as much of an injury history. Weird thing to do when you're chasing a title. I'm just saying I would do it. I'm not opposed to it at all.
Let me tell you about Lady Jane's. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Walk in anytime, sit down, get an award-winning haircut from one of our lovely, talented stylists. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. It's wicked awesome.
Detroit has the best sports fans in the world. That's why they deserve the best sports coverage in the world. We are the Woodward Sports Network.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Congratulations to the real coach of the year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports. Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts, Woodward Sports.
We're trying to figure out our 696 situation.
Yeah.
Because, of course, winter's ending, and now we're going to our 4th season of the year as Michiganders, and that's construction.
Yep.
Construction
2 years,
season.
dude.
Huh?
2 years.
2 years, 696 to be closed.
And then they swap sides.
And then they're swapping sides for another 2 years.
That's my
And it's not the area they're doing isn't even that bad.
It's bad at all.
It's not bad,
It's not bad at all.
There's so much more worse areas like going 75.
Yeah.
A lot worse. But 75 state or municipality?
I don't know.
Whatever.
don't
Either
know.
way,
That's
my
above
friends
my
just bought a
pay grade.
house out there.
I trust you.
And their home is their street is one of the recommended routes.
Oh.
Yeah, I feel so bad for them. And it's not a big street; it's a small ass street, and it sucks too because like that's the party house. Like that's where we go. Yeah, have good times. And
They're saying Royal
now
Oak
for
is
sure
gonna get
parking
bad
everything's
too.
fucked. Huh?
They're saying Royal Oak is going to get bad too. So
I believe it. Royal Oaks already kind of sucks.
I just don't like.
I mean, I think we might.
Is 696 open at 75? That's all I need to know. Because if I get on 75 and I can't get off on 696, I'm going to be really pissed off.
I don't know. We had to
It's-
look it up via Google. You know what's got me pissed off?
What's that?
Talbot.
Talbot?
What
Yeah.
the fuck's going on?
He's old, man.
Do the Blue Jackets just own him, or is he on a slide? It's not just the Blue Jackets now, too.
Yeah, no,
I know
he's-
Lions had a stinker in there, too. So it's not all Talbot. But
He's old. I mean, the defense hasn't been doing him any favors. The refs haven't been doing him any favors.
You are trash!
All right, Nick, what do you got to say about him?
That's it. He's got to play better. He's playing horrible right now. I mean, what do we outshoot him by 30 shots
Yeah.
in that game? And we lose Saturday? One of the biggest no calls of the season? Like, instead of us getting the penalty, they get the go ahead goal? That was such a big game to drop Saturday. I want to ask you guys, how are you feeling about it? I just caught the third period after dinner, and
I caught third period, too, to see
I
that.
was excited. We're coming back. Everything going great. Tie it up. About to get a power play. What? No call? Yeah, what were your first reactions on that? Because I could not believe what I was watching.
There's a ref literally right in front of him, too.
Mm-hmm. Looking right at him.
It's what's done is done. I could bitch about it. I could complain about it. That'd be the second time now. Obviously, Moose got hurt on a situation like that, too. I'm more pissed off at our performance. I feel like we shouldn't have been in that situation to lose a game like that. Is that valid at all?
I mean, no, Talbot lost you the game. Like, flat
That's
out.
what I'm saying. Like, that wasn't the only thing to lead to the loss. I guess is where I'm at with it.
No, yeah, you can't. You need to bury more goals, and the defense has to play better, and Talbot has to play better. It sucks.
And by the way, Mark and anybody else that crashed out after the high stick completely validated and crashing out. That was absolute bullshit. But I've already crashed out at that point. I was already pissed off at the score going into the third. You know, and I'm at a point too where like, okay, you cleared that $14 million. I get that Kosa may be closer than what some are expecting, but like you got to go get somebody if we want to truly make a run. I don't know if he believes in a run.
Get a goalie. No,
not a goalie. I'm talking about just a defenseman.
Oh, yeah.
Or somebody to help you bury more pucks and to keep up with these guys. Like that $14 million, it's just such a. With Stevie, we'll never know until it does happen. But it's just such a weird place for me as a fan and as somebody who like pays attention to what's going on because I've also heard multiple times say he doesn't think this team is ready. So does that mean he's going to make the move or not? We're just going to waste that $14 million heading into the offseason. Is that for a signing? Who's going to be re-signed next year?
I mean, Kane needs to be re-signed next year. They have a lot of free agents next year, but you got to think a lot of those guys are going to be replaced with young guys they bring up. But I just, I don't know, man. I don't know. I like the Dylan Cousins idea. I think that's what's going on. I think the thing that hurts you the most in these 2 games with the Blue Jackets is not having Kopp and Rasmussen out there, because Kopp and Rasmussen are your 2 best two-way forwards, and those guys hurt your defense a lot. They're your 2 best penalty killers. Kopp was your arguably best face-off man, and they're 2 forwards that play with a little edge and that play both sides, and you don't really have that outside of Larkin on the roster. So losing both of those guys is really tough, and it's going to make your defense and your goaltending look a lot worse.
Yeah.
When's Moose coming back? Has there been like a timeline on that at all? I expect pretty soon though, right?
I haven't heard anything, but yeah, I can't.
I bet it's
expect
this
him
week
to
sometime.
miss more than another game.
Otherwise, I would have put him on the IR. Yeah.
In the 2 biggest games of the season, this team didn't show up. Like, this is a
These
lot.
are huge.
This is reminiscent of last year when in a big key stretch, we're like not playing good hockey.
Yeah.
And I think we'll be just fine. I have faith in Todd, to get these guys back on track. But like Spencer just alluded to, Kopp and Rats are so big for this team.
Yeah.
We can't afford to go on a slide here. And we got the Hurricanes tomorrow night, so that's
And you're going to be in the building.
Exactly.
We are fucked.
They're already beating the odds, or they're already fighting the odds.
What is the standings as now?
We're still in playoff position right now.
Probably the first place wild card, second. Jackets took it.
Second. I think we're about to be tied with Ottawa, though.
Yeah,
It's not good.
Ottawa's coming up.
Like I guess this one hurts more. Last year hurt too. Don't get me wrong, but this year's hurts more because you're actually in the wild card spot. Where like last year we were playing catch up to get
After
into
dropping 8 straight, though.
Yeah.
That's when we played catch up. That's when we fell out of the wild card.
Yeah.
So
but this year, at this point in the season, we're in it.
Yeah.
And now we're sliding out. So it's
right
like the
now-
AFC, like get to the AFC title, and like what hurts more?
It's
right
also
now
to the
they're
history
2
of
points
it.
ahead of New York, Ottawa, and Boston. Boston's got 2 games, or we got 2 games on Boston, same amount as New York. Ottawa's got a game on.
Now I saw somewhere on Twitter that Boston might be off in some pieces.
Boston's falling off. Boston, like
McAvoy.
McAvoy could be a piece. I don't know about Pasta because he just signed an extension, but they're gonna have to blow it up. Their team's falling apart, and everybody knows it.
Pick up the phone, baby.
So, I mean, like I said, we're still in playoff contention, but Ottawa's got a game in hand against us.
And also,
they're only 2 points back.
It also hurts because this is a year that it could be the all 4 teams make it. Like I'm just really pushing for that agenda.
Yeah.
Like that's never happened in Detroit sports. Let's make it happen this year. We know obviously now the Pistons are locked. The Lions and the Tigers made it. So now it's just like the Red Wings. I just want them to buy just to get it.
Like the Pistons, as exciting as they are, and they're actually gaining ground a little bit in that conversation. If I'm being honest with you.
Yeah.
But the Red Wings are a good team.
They are. And like I said, they are a good team, but they're missing 2 of their most important pieces. When you look at Rasmussen and Kopp and what they do for that team defensively, what they do
On
for
the
that
PK.
team, it's those are guys that you can't afford to lose when you're a borderline team already.
Are you crashing out if they don't make the trade?
No,
Why not?
because that would just mean he doesn't expect to make the playoffs.
And he's come out and said that.
Yeah, and he already said that.
God fucking.
But I think they will. I think they're going to make the Cousins. I truly
I think it's clear I'd be pissed off, even though I know he's come out and said.
I think they're
he's
going to
expecting
make the
fucking
Cousins trade
playoffs.
because not only would the Cousins trade help them make the playoffs, fits their timeline, and he's already inked to a deal where he can outperform if he plays how he should be playing.
For me, because we have so many of these prospects getting called up, these young guys on the team right now are going to be your leaders. Let them get that fucking playoff taste. Let them get that experience to prep those guys. Like I think it would be huge, especially if the bulk of your team underneath them is going to be prospects.
Yeah, I mean Raymond got a little taste of it in the 4 Nations, so like those guys got it there. But yeah, no,
Raymond Larkin.
The playoff experience is you can't like fake that.
And the other thing too is we don't know if Pat's coming back. Pat could very well retire next year.
True. This was a big negative about the 2 big losses. One guy showing out in those losses, Alex DeBrincat, dude. He's heating up at a good time, so hopefully he can stay hot moving forward. He's looked really good. Just obviously need to pick up the defense, but yeah, I'll be in the building tomorrow.
So you want
tomorrow?
Cousins defenseman, right?
Cousins is center.
You want trade for center? You want trade for center too? I'm guessing.
Yes.
Makes sense, obviously, because you lost Kopp.
Because I think you trade for the center
and then an expiring defenseman maybe.
And maybe an expiring defenseman. But next year you've got
ASP possibly.
ASP coming up ready to go.
That's why expiring I'm cool with.
Yeah,
it's
and
like, we don't give up too much for the defenseman, but he can help us.
Like that last pairing of Gustafson and Hall is terrible, but Gustafson and Sherratt is better.
Yeah.
And
I agree.
That's what your last pairing would be next year if ASP's ready to go, would be Sherratt and Gustafson. And that's a good third pairing. I mean, Sherratt on your third defensive pairing is very good.
Yeah.
Luke Kunin.
Shout out Kunin.
From San Jose Sharks. Is that a name? Yeah.
I don't know. Couldn't tell about the Sharks.
We'll get into the mailbag segment of the show, but Feist, tell us about that merch.
Let me tell you about that merch. Head on over to woodwardsports.com. Click that shop tab today, all use, and get some brand new merch. They got hoodies, tees, hats, all of that guaranteed to turn heads. Head on over to woodwardsports.com. Click that shop tab today and get the best Detroit sports merch in the game.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Fitness, the home of the judgment-free zone. You can get a full body workout in 30 minutes, and all memberships include fitness training. Get in there today. Planet Fitness, $15 a month, or get the black card and get use of all the amenities. Join the club or online at planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness, where fitness is essential.
Oh.
Prayers to your friend Phil. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Keep your head up, and keep his head up as well. What up, though, and welcome to World Heavyweights Live on Woodsports.com. I'm Eazy, the Morax, young Chris, Nicholas Koloff. Smash that like button.
Prayers up to Jim.
Amen, man. Be a friend, tell a friend, share the stream. Time for the mailbag segment. We got one from Dante151. Make sure you get your mailbag questions as well, guys. Thoughts on RJ Barrett being possibly available for a trade in the offseason? Should the Pistons make a call just to see what the Raptors would want for him? My answer, to be honest with you, no. I don't want to give up assets for RJ Barrett. I don't think RJ Barrett is worth giving up assets for.
No, I'm good.
I couldn't tell you one thing about him that I'm like, we need that.
I mean, he's averaging 20, but
yeah, but 20 on he's like, it's like when Moose was doing well with the Pistons, you know?
Anybody can average 20 on a bad team.
If you're the best player on a bad team, someone has to average that 20.
Yeah.
Fuck no, baby. Not doing it. Not at all. Not a chance.
Because who do you take minutes away from? Asar? Like Beasley?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
I'm about to see, what is this?
Nothing.
Is he efficient from 3?
No.
He's very up and down. Like, he will go 3 for 14, and then he'll go 10 for 17 the next game. And so he's a high volume shooter that is very, very inconsistent. His overall averages, I think, at least as of last year, are pretty decent.
34% on the year on his career, 35 this season on 5 attempts
what about
per
catch
game.
And shoot?
Catch and shoot. I don't even know where to look that up, to be honest.
Under advanced shooting, if you're on.
Under what?
Under advanced and shooting, if you're on the
Basketball Reference.
Yeah.
I'll check that out.
But Uzi getting Nerds Gummy Cluster commercials.
Good for him. Get that bag, young man. Oh, did you see Shane Gillis on SNL?
Dude, the couple of beers skit was
Couple
really
beers
funny.
good.
Yeah.
The best one to me was the news one, where they're like, "You see that?
No, only one I saw was the couple of beers.
That one's funnier than the fucking couple of beers. You gotta see it.
I like when in the end, a couple of beers when they're like, "Honey, I think it's time to talk." He just goes, "No." Yeah. How about a little bump?
Yeah, that was the best part of that commercial, actually.
He says, I like when they're talking, when he's like, couple of beers could be a case of depression, boredom, Tuesdays, museum.
Moderate to severe Italian wife.
Moderate to severe Italian wife. That shit was funny.
The little bump was the best part. And then when they cut to the part you were talking about, he's like, no. He's like not wearing pants.
Yeah.
He's got a suit jacket on.
Dude, Shane Gillis is funny, man.
No, I won't even explain to you the news one. I'll just send it to you. Because I'll try to explain it and it won't be funny. But it's pretty funny. But you know my humor. I love race jokes.
Yeah.
I'm all in.
All in?
Yeah. Shout out to Shane Gillis, though. He got fired from.
Are they playing Not Like Us and Lady Jane's right now?
I mean, to be fair, it's play at the Super Bowl. You can play it anywhere at this point.
It's true.
It is set in stone.
It's a very family-friendly song.
I saw Conan O'Brien take a shot at Drake last night, which is weird. So I saw someone tweet about it. He was like, "Oh, it's halftime of this award show." Now's the part where I call Drake a pedophile.
Yeah.
I was like, Jesus Christ.
Conan's funny, dude.
Conan is funny.
You would like.
No, yeah, I saw one.
Conan's the type of humor you like.
Yeah.
He
very dry.
Somebody quotes me that though. It's like it's crazy that like Diddy's in on charges right now, and no one's like that's not the joke versus the guy that hasn't done shit.
That was the thing that was crazy. I saw one of those like Drizzy Stan accounts tweet. They're like, "Are you serious? Like this is not actually funny anymore. Like when did we become a society that allows somebody that hasn't been proven guilty to be just dragged in the butt of jokes?" I was like, "Is this your first day on the internet? What the fuck are you doing?"
And there's quite literally a video of him kissing a teenager on stage. So like,
yeah.
Like, and saying, "I'm sorry, but not sorry."
And she tells him how old he is, and he says, "I still want to kiss you. I'm sorry, but not sorry." And then kisses her live on stage.
For real?
Yes. So like, if that's not proving that you like children, I don't know what is.
Did you see the girl that
some
won
real tour shit?
Yeah.
You guys see the girl that won the Oscar, the Amon-Ra thing, like the sex worker
Didn't watch
girl
it at all.
something?
No.
She's a sex worker?
She is like playing a sex worker.
Oh.
I don't know.
Oh, the Mikey, whatever her name
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
Just
No,
Shout out to her.
I don't care about
I don't watch the Oscars.
After I saw
a
Dune
bunch of stuff on
2
Twitter.
only get like 5 nominees or 4 nominations, I was like, yeah, okay.
It's all politics.
Yeah, I was
It's
like,
all yeah.
Dune 2 should have swept the Oscars. It was the best
Chalamet is
movie
just
I've ever
getting
seen.
cooked, not getting an Oscar here.
I did see the
Ryan's probably in shambles.
He's the DiCaprio 2.0 dude.
Yeah, it's crazy. He's
Ryan
a really good
pissed off
actor.
today?
No. I did see Phil says, Spenny, you wouldn't kiss a hot teenager? No. I wouldn't.
Who said that? A tour?
Phil. No, I would not. I would not kiss unless she's 19, maybe. Even that.
Relax. Don't,
like,
let's not expound on that one. Just leave it alone.
I don't even like talking to girls that are under like 23.
No. It starts to sound a bit tourish. When you talk to someone that young though, for me at least, there's no connect.
No.
Yeah.
Like there's just
weird. That's why it's even weird. I mean,
what are you
it's
talking
weird for
I feel like I'm talking to a child.
Yeah.
Like, you're still like in that phase of life. Like
no, you could not. You would not catch me kissing any teenagers. Not Drake. But
Dr. Dre got a
that'll
weird
do
case.
it for
Why
us.
is he around? Does Dr. Dre got a weird case?
I don't know. That'll do it for us today. Appreciate you tapping in. Make sure you smash the like button. Streaming.
Oh, why Chris and Nick wearing the same sweater? What's really going on?
10 p.m.
Office Boys.
That is Office Boy shit.
10
p.m.
today too.
Live on Twitch. I'm gonna tune into my socials. I'm gonna post it. I am streaming Monster Hunter Wilds High Rank Hunts. So
I'll
come
probably
join
be
me.
in there drunk.
It's gonna be fun.
Let me see your shirt. I want to go to your.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Look at this is Office Boy shit.
Okay.
Button up. Button up. Yeah, they're pretty
a little
similar.
different. A little different.
A little
Let's see yours,
different,
Chris. Oh, Nick's is cooler.
Yeah, Nick's
All
is
right.
kinda
Well,
cool.
we'll see you later.
I'm rocking Sparty. You're rocking Sparty.
Yeah.
It's a matching day, boys.
Peace.